just found my tempo like on DJ Mustard. Woo! I hit that Ginobili with my left hand on like woo. Lobster and saline for all my babies that are niche. Chicken finger fresh fry for them hoes that wanna dip. Jumpin', them boys up to something. I think I need some Robitussin. Way too many questions, you must think I trust you. You searching for answers, I do not know nothing. Woo!
What up? It's your boy Aaron All Niter.
It's your boy FiF back in the building.
The Pop-Up Podcast, episode 14. Share this out to your news feed. Share this to groups. Tag people in the post. Tag people in the comment section. We are streaming this live on Facebook, on Aaron All Niter and Joey Beck pages. We are on YouTube, on Street Magic Multimedia, and it's your boy FiF. And no kick today?
Nah, I can only do 2.
All right.
So I tried the kick experiment. Obviously brand new channel, no followers on it, whatever. I got 2 now. Started off slow. I was gonna stay with kick. I'll be honest with you. I was gonna stay with the kick thing because it's like the newest streaming platform for the gaming and podcasts. I can already see podcasts slowly starting to go over there. I wanted to be the first. But Facebook monetized me finally. So I was like, if I had one more, if I could have put one more up in the corner and let me do 3, kick would be up there. But I'm like, we're getting paid for Facebook. That's why if anybody's been paying attention to my Facebook for the last month, you see me posting mad rage bait, bro. Mad rage bait on shit. Mixing in some family shit, you know what I mean, like I normally do. Gonna mix the music back in slowly too. But the rage bait, I ain't gonna lie, bro. Rage bait shit's getting me paid. It's not a ton of money, but yo, some money is better than no money. And I've been on Facebook for fucking 14 years almost, getting paid nothing. Now I'm getting paid something. And it's at the expense of all y'all getting so angry with some of the and I'll be honest with you, the shit I be posting.
People be super angry on your posts, bro.
Bro, they getting hella mad. And the thing is, I'm not even so much taking sides. In the comments, I start to take sides. But if you read the captions, I tell you guys, tell me what you think. It ain't what I think, it's about what you think. And then I let y'all drop in and we just get into it. I'll say, bro, the biggest thing that popped off this last week, I don't know if you paid attention, was the Tony Hinchcliffe shit. Bro, the race shit. Ooh, man, that is such a hot button topic. Dude, even more than politics. My political shit be jumping off. But yo, the race shit. Ooh,
we're gonna talk about the Tony Hinchcliffe, right? Because we gotta bring up not only that post. Happy you brought it up, but the Kevin Hart roast.
Ooh.
Did you watch the roast?
I'm halfway through it right now. I watched clips. I saw the clips, and then was like, now I gotta see what's going on. And I seen a couple of the bigger people they're talking about, like the dude Peter. I forget his last name. Funny looking dude, Peter.
Pete Davidson.
Pete Davidson, yeah. I saw his because his was more in like the first quarter of it. I caught that one, and then I was catching. I caught like half of them. I didn't get to the actual. I didn't see the Cat Williams joint yet, and I didn't see in the actual thing the fucking Tony Hinchcliffe one. I saw the clips, and I saw someone posted his entire set. So I saw the set. I just haven't saw the set in the actual. Overall, like I haven't watched it from A to Z and seen it where it's placed there yet, but I did see the.
So I watched it almost in its entirety. It's long in its entirety. The way they ran it through was good. Some of the people that were on stage, I was like, why are you even here? Then some of the comedians, I was like, oh, this is just because they popping right now. Like the Tony Hinchcliffe being on the roast, I was like, oh, that's just because he's popping politically right now.
Nah, bro, his comedy shit ever since COVID, he has this platform now where he has a table with 3 or 4 legit comics like in the game in comics, and then he brings up and coming comics and gives them a 1-minute set to really come out there and
that. But I'm saying like he's got the Netflix shit too, but like the last year or so with his like political jokes, he's been getting like those viral moments.
Oh, absolutely, bro. In his podcast too, he brings up some of these dope up and coming people that he has this one chick, bro. It's mad weird too because I think she's a quadriplegic or a paraplegic or something. She's in a wheelchair, bro. She speaks real slow, but dude, because she uses that in her jokes approach to the jokes, bro, and she fucking kills it, bro. Kills it. Like there's another black dude. I forget his last name. His name's Cameron something. I saw him on the Tony Hitchcock. I saw a clip. I was like, I gotta check this dude out. Went and checked this shit out on fucking YouTube, bro. He is off the chain funny, bro. Like a lot of people.
Did you see any of the Shane Gillis set?
I didn't see if he has a set. I haven't saw his set yet. I saw all the in-betweens where he was roasting either someone who had already come up and done something or a guy that was going to be coming forward.
But, because he was a good host, but you could tell he was scared of backlash.
Oh, hell yeah, bro. He was stuttering and shit. Like
not only that, but he also mentioned like racist jokes a few times. He was like, oh, we're going to have a lot of and then he said something about Kevin Hart being hung from a bonsai tree.
Yeah, I did see that one.
He debated on that joke for 3 weeks. He was like, but bonsai tree is so hilarious. He was like, because it's so small and Kevin Hart so small. Then he was good when Kevin Hart and Kat like kind of pieced it up. Like Kat roasted him and then Kevin was like, hey, we can like squash this. This is live TV. Let's squash it. So they hugged, dapped up.
I like that part, to be honest with you.
And then right afterwards, Shane Gillis was like, man, they need to shut the fuck up. These 2 little motherfuckers, like, you talking about beef. He was like, what the fuck? He was like, what are they going to do? But I got a clip, actually, of Kevin Hart talking about the backlash from the George Floyd joke.
Yeah, I saw that too.
And there's another comedian who was supposed to be there, wasn't, and he explains his reaction. Remember, we're talking about comedy, First Amendment, freedom of speech, rights, all of this. Check it out. We'll talk about it.
I'm still drunk.
Yeah, waking up the morning after, or the afternoon after, the roast of Kevin Hart on Netflix, Kevin praised all that took part.
It's goddamn hard-hitting, relentless jokes with no consequence. It's the concept of a roast. You go hard or you go home. Shouts out to every comedian that came on that stage because they all understood the assignment.
And Kevin's praise extended to the comic who roasted people who are dead.
Pete, if your father could see how you turned out, he'd be rolling in his rubble.
Tony Hinchcliffe understood the assignment, relentless as he always is, but funny.
Also laying in bed, Lil Rel Howery, who was invited but couldn't attend, didn't think that Tony stuck to the assignment.
It's one thing to roast the people that's there. It's one thing to roast the people that may be in the audience there. Roasting somebody that, number one, is dead, number two, that's not there.
The black community is so proud of you. Right now, George Floyd is looking up at us all, laughing so hard that he can't breathe.
Like Tony Hinchcliffe joke about George Floyd didn't make sense to me. There was no reason to bring George Floyd into this. You know, it just was disgusting. I 100% would have booed that motherfucker and probably walked out.
Now, Cheryl Underwood, who was on stage and was the butt of another Tony joke that I'm going to get into in another segment, she was on the Don Lemon show on Monday.
I think a lot of people don't like Tony Hinchcliffe, and you shouldn't. A comedy is a taste.
Now, Cheryl didn't really give her opinion on the joke. She just basically said, comedian can tell whatever joke they want. It's up to the audience to decide, if they like it or not.
I understand the audience's feeling of that's not funny, but I tell jokes about
Why we just can't agree that bringing up George Floyd and the way he did it was just up and not funny and not needed. It wasn't even needed.
Yeah, because why are you telling that joke at the roast of Kevin Hart? Like, what does that have to do with anything? And also, people don't really seem to be picking up on the fact that he's saying that George Floyd is in hell.
George Floyd is looking up at us all, laughing so hard that he can't breathe.
He's looking up. Like Little Royal Howie said, that's effed up. But yeah, what did you think of Tony Hinchcliffe's George Floyd?
Hold on. I think he's wrong at the end. I don't think he thinks George Floyd is in hell. George Floyd was on the ground facing downward when the guy had his knee on his back. That's why he said facing up. That's how I understood it.
Right.
I could be wrong. I didn't write the fucking joke, but that's how I understood it. And bro, roasts are meant to be dark. They're meant to push boundaries. One.
Mm-hmm.
Two, why was it when Drewski did Whiteface with Erica Kirk, in the backlash he got from the white community, I saw across all social media, black people was like, the black community was like, dude, it's just comedy. He's a comedian. When comedians do comedy, it's funny. Okay, fair enough. Tony Hinchcliffe is a bigger comedian than Drewski is, does a racial joke, wasn't even in blackface. He did it in his own face. So how is that not a moral equivalent?
Everybody wants to have their feelings, and everybody wants their feelings to trump everybody else's feelings.
True.
So it's kind of like the Karen moment for everybody. You know what I mean? Everybody complains, and it's multi-race, multi-politic shit. I think since we became so entitled as humans, we just want what we want. So if we don't get what we want, we complain about it. And then now, the last few years, last decade or so, we've been on cancel culture. And it's been both like political sides. Like the Democrats will be like, oh, well, we're going to boycott this and boycott that and not shop there. And then Republicans will do the same thing and be like, oh, I'm not going to buy this or buy that. I'm not going to Target or I'm not going to buy
Budweiser. Yeah.
And it's like, oh, okay, everybody's getting super offended and just taking it to the extremes nowadays. And it's like, it doesn't really matter race, religion, political view, or alignment. It's just, I feel that's how people are now. Everybody's got a little bit of, let me talk to the manager. So
you're right. You're definitely right. And I have a feel. I kind of went when I was debating on my post. Some of these people, I kind of reiterated what you're saying, not the angle you came at it, but the point of what you were saying, and then brought it to where does that even come from? Because if you go back, say go back to the 90s, we'll say just 30 years ago, right? We didn't have that kind of cancel mentality culture. So what changed from the 90s, or what changed in the 70s and 80s to make you a 90s kid, right? To now that when you were born in the early 2000s, now in the 2020s, you're a young adult or a kid. What has changed since then that has made this switch? And in my opinion, this is the product of the pussification of America and everyone getting a participation trophy. Because now people, instead of just losing and walking away from losing and learning a lesson from losing and getting better from losing and then coming back to win the next time, oh, I got a participation trophy. I matter. Bro, your 7th place doesn't matter. Your 8th place doesn't matter. Your 6th, your 5th, your 4th don't fucking matter. 3rd really don't matter, but they always give you a top 3. So whatever. I'll grant that, right? 1 through 3. But bro, when you're in a league of 12 teams and you come in 12th and you get a trophy, bro, it's that mentality that's embedded in you as a kid, in my opinion, that has not solely, this is not solely, this is, I feel like, a big reason that these things are starting to get root.
Well, I think the reason why we're doing the participation trophies, to go back to your question, why, I think the internet's what's different. And then the internet gave us options to go on whatever site we wanted and do whatever the fuck we want and hop off it and be at the control of the world at our fingertips. Then social media came into play, and you could like unfriend somebody on MySpace. And now Facebook and all these other social media apps, if you don't like somebody, you could just block them.
Yeah.
As if they don't exist in the world anymore. I mean, like, you might not run into them at Walmart or something, but like, got them blocked. So it's like, you know, people feel safe. They're little safety nets, and that goes into, oh, now they're fragile. Well, give them a participation trophy because they're fragile and we don't want to hurt their feelings. So since they suck, here you go.
And that's led us down this road. This is part of the reason. This is, in my opinion, it's a bigger slice of the pizza. Maybe it's 3 slices of the pizza versus 1. Is why this churn of, if you think about it, bro, it's really like engineered socially to get us to where we are today. If you really look back at what they were doing and see the equal sign, the result of it now, I almost got to tap my hat and bro, evil genius, applaud to you. We were stupid enough to fall for this shit. Not everyone. A lot of people saw this coming and were voicing it, and their voices got drowned out. But
I also blame it on us, our generation, bro, because we raising these kids and we running these programs that are fucking giving participation trophy awards. It's our generation that's coaching these sports teams and like, hey, it's okay that you struck out every at bat.
Here's a trophy.
At least you tried.
Yeah. But so no, and you're right. I agree with you 100%. Now we got to ask the question: is when we were in our molding mind stage, like when our minds and our moral compasses were getting built by the social engineering. What was going on in the 90s? Because I was born in the 80s, but I call myself a 90s kid because I was born in 82. 0 through 8, you're not really influenced that much by the social, what's going on. It's more like your parents. But when I turned 10 and on, which is I'm a 90s baby, you know, I grew up in the 90s. What was going on in the 90s that now is churning our generation into that? You know what I mean? Like what was some of the tipping points that were going on?
Our generation had so much freedom. And now we became parents, and we were like, man, it really wasn't safe the way we was living. And then we fucking hover, like our generation hovers around these kids now, and everything's safer. Look, we used to ride in the back of pickup trucks, fucking no seatbelt, all this other shit. Now, oh, wait, nope, you got to have this all buckled in correctly, and nope, the kid got to sit in the back seat until a certain age or weight now. What? Like,
is it really worse though, or is it that we're being told that it's worse, and because we're listening to the people we think are authoritative figures to us, and now we're altering how we parent because of that? Because think about it, bro.
I think it's a mixture. I think some people, like, say if they had it rough growing up, they're gonna be like, oh, well, I didn't like getting punished or disciplined or this and that, so I'm gonna parent different. And then they do like gentle parenting and all this other shit. And,
fuck you, Mom.
Now they're on the internet and fucking they're like, oh wait, no, I need non-GMO organic everything. Otherwise, my kid's gonna get fucking autism. And now they're like, hey, we're gonna do this, and well, nope, I gotta wipe down the toy before the kid plays with it because he might get some type of infection. And now they're super paranoid parents that are like, doing all this wild shit, and it's like, yo, let the
But if
kids.
their parents weren't like that, and our parents really weren't, for the most part, I'm not saying everyone, for the majority of our parents allowed us for those freedoms because they knew it really wasn't that bad. But yet we had this mentality of all of a sudden it's 180 in 30 years. That leads me to believe that no, we're being told that it's 1,000 times worse than it really is.
I think it's a
we're
mix.
moving,
I think
and
they're
we're moving
definitely
accordingly.
programming it because now it's more money for them.
Oh, cool.
Now they can
fear mongering.
more businesses, marketing, it's capitalism. But
fear
they're
mongering.
They're capitalizing on the fear of society and how
That's how you
easy
control.
it is.
That's how you control someone. If you make somebody fear something, you can then control what they do because you know they fear X. Now I know I can fuck with them A, B, C, D, E, F, G way because I know they're in fear of X. You know what I mean? Like it's evil genius, bro. It's master manipulation at its finest, which is a negative for us.
I want to talk about master manipulation since you brought that up. It leads to one of the things that was viral all week. You couldn't miss it. Even if you're not a watch person, you've seen the AP Swatch Royal Pocket Watch. And everybody wanted to go camp outside for it. There was the AI models that was going around that looked like all different colors of the rainbow wristbands and shit. You can get a blue one, a red one, yellow one, green one. And it was supposed to be $400. People were like, oh, shit. I can get like the AP face of the watch, the Audemars, that's usually like $20,000 on just like a Swatch wristband. So the internet did what it did. But AP, with their master manipulation and the hype already there, they didn't drop the watch that people were thinking. Check this out. We'll talk about it.
The industry is making a comeback on the strength of something called a swatch.
It's a new spin on a blast from the past with a big luxury brand upgrade. High-end Swiss watchmaker Audemars Piguet is teaming up with 80s watch icon Swatch for a new line of collectible timepieces called Royal Pop. And pop, they do. 8 different models in bright, bold colors set to go on sale only in select Swatch stores starting Saturday. That is still days away, but already fans are lining up. Luxury watch releases don't usually include people lining up for days waiting to get a chance to buy one, but that's what we have here. It's something way more similar to a sneaker drop or even something very Gen Z like the Labubu.
I've been here since May 11th.
That's several days straight to be here, so you seem like you better get that watch, right?
Man, I better get that watch.
Excitement and opinions are pouring in online.
Love it or hate it, it has definitely caused a stir.
Everyone was waiting 5 days outside of the store for this.
I'm a Swatch lover, and I am gonna go stand outside the store right now, actually.
Swatch has done high-profile collaborations before, including with watch brands Omega and Blancpain. These pocket watches come with a roughly $400 price tag, which may seem steep for essentially a plastic timepiece, but a typical Audemars Piguet can cost tens of thousands of dollars at least.
It is like the ultimate expression of high-low. Audemars Piguet is a very high-up, really well-thought-of, luxury, fancy, very expensive brand, whereas Swatch is much more entry-level, kind of fun, almost tacky, but in a fun way.
Fun these fans are willing to wait for around the clock. Stephen Romo, NBC News, New York.
We thank you for watching and remember.
Listen, that watch looked ridiculous. I'm not camping outside.
5 days? What? For a $400 watch?
Mm-hmm. Well, the resale value right now, they dropped yesterday for $400. They're reselling right now for $2,500. Overnight. While they're still available in stores until, I believe, next month.
So this is a limited time only?
Mm-hmm. Limited time, limited drop, and I guess each store they got 50 until they sell out. So it's like, well, you better go in and get there. And my thing is this: it's definitely reminiscent of the sneaker culture. It's like, all right, the hype that the internet created goes to like what you were saying of them curating and master manipulating shit. Bro, I seen the AI images everywhere. There was like official pages reporting it that like cover news. Fucking TMZ even had posts of what the watches were supposed to look like. All like allegedly the drafts are out, blah blah blah. You know, somebody released that shit to them and was like, here, release this.
Yep.
It made everybody so hype about it where you can't go back on the hype now. I mean, they fucking revealed what it looks like a day or two before it drops, and it's like, hey, guess what? You're already camping outside.
That's wild, bro. 3 to 5 days, bro. 3 out of a fucking store for a watch.
These people, maybe he was going in there to buy a few of them. Just imagine going in there. You buy like
it's only 50. I wonder if they're allowing people to buy 10 of them. If each store only has 50, are they allowing people to come in and do that, or is it like limit one per customer?
Well, I know they shut down one store in Pennsylvania, in New Prussia, Pennsylvania. They shut down a store before it even opened because there was like a mob of like 300 people outside.
That's wild for 50 watches.
And the store was like, yeah, no, we can't do it. And then now that store has reportedly been taken off the list of resellers. So like they can't even sell the watch now. There was so much hype outside the store. The Swatch store is like, nah, we're not having this. We'll do it somewhere else. This store's off limits. Drive somewhere else.
That's wild.
You guys in this neighborhood are crazy. Sorry.
Yeah, I mean, think about it. There's only 50 watches. You got 300 people outside. 250 people about to be pissed. Like when they get time, you know what I mean? What's gonna happen? Especially with how society is now, man. People just don't have the same patience or tolerance they did before. So
especially if they camping out, bro, sleeping out in the elements for
days. Yo,
just a little dome tent, sleeping back in a chair, just sitting there, like, yep. And you're not even really sleeping that good because, like, you out in public, and then on top of that, you got to make sure nobody skips you in line.
Right?
So you take a little cat nap with one eye open, like
you guys are taking turns. All right, Aaron, yo, you up for 4 hours? I'm sleeping for 4. You go to sleep for 4. I'm up for 4. Like,
so I could see them doing like, all right, fucking $400 watch, go in there, buy a handful of them. Say you buy 5 for $2,000. They're $2,500 a piece right now resale. You making $1,250 off your $2,000. You make $10,000 profit overnight by fucking camping outside for a day or two.
Well, that's $2,000 really. If it's $2,500 and they're $400 watches, $2,000.
Well, yeah. Because the initial investment, but. Bro,
I wouldn't do that shit. Not for enough. If it was like I just roll up there and was able to get it and walk away. But yo, now like you're saying, what if it rains? What if it's up in somewhere else where it might be snowing? It might have or you're down in like Oklahoma where you're in a tornado alley or some shit. Like all these
tornado comes through and blows your tent away in the middle of the night. You die because you were out camping for a watch, a pocket watch that's rainbow colors.
And bro, to be honest with you, they weren't even that good looking. Like the pictures that they brought up there, I was like, they're not. I wasn't like, I wasn't like, taken back by it. Like, oh, I gotta go get one of them. I was like,
when they were looking like the wristwatches were fire looking. I mean, they kind of reminded me of like a G-Shock watch. like the band was more of like G-Shock, Swatch, and then it had the face, the shape of the face of the AP, but it was like a silicone to match the band.
Yep.
And it was supposed to be all of like AP's technology for the watch. So you're gonna have a high-tech watch. It'd just be like the face and band would be synthetic rubber or silicone. But then that was all AI images. And everybody was posting them. So that's what got the whole world hype. I seen that shit on Google Trends, bro. That shit looked like Mount Everest. It was like, I was like, holy shit. I mean, I'm like, what the fuck? I'm like, well, that's what got the world talking this week. That and obviously Iceman. Now, I thought Drake's Iceman was gonna be one album.
I think a lot of people did. I didn't hear no whispers about 3 albums or 2 albums. Nobody. Like that just came off the cut.
Right. All the hints and rumors was just one album, Iceman. Now, was you able to hear any of it?
Nothing. I didn't catch any of it yet.
All right. So I did a live when it dropped. I was expecting to do a live when it dropped for one album. I mean, I had shit to do in the morning. So I'm like, this motherfucker dropping this shit middle of the week at midnight. Okay. Do a live. The first album, the one that's supposed to be for the streets, the one that got the bars, the Iceman. I'm not really feeling it. I think he had like 1 or 2 good tracks. There was a couple standout bars here and there, but none of them were old Drake caliber. I mean, I think we've entered the conversation of old Drake, new Drake.
So I saw one post, and I don't know this. I'm just gonna go off what the Exit fan posted about this. He broke each album down to a different style of Drake. He was like,
That's
one
exactly
was like,
what it was.
yeah, it was like one was like a commercialized Drake. One album was like what you were saying, the old school Drake, and another one was like the party
For the
Drake,
club.
I guess. Yeah, the club. Yeah.
Yeah, so one was a club album.
Is that fair to say that? I haven't heard it yet. So is that fair to say
Yeah,
in your
one was
opinion?
like club records, dance records for the ladies. Then there was one that was slow, more singing Drake, R&B, mellow vibe Drake. And then the rap one was he was trying to get into a weird bag. It was like a Big Sean type flow where he was like, know how sometimes he drags his bars over like a half a second over where it sounds like it's missing, but then he'll connect it by like 2 other lines later and lock it in. So he did some shit like that. It was a lot of UK drill, grunge, Kanye West bully sound.
Oh shit.
Like warehouse vibe. It was, I don't know. There was only a few tracks that I was like, oh, okay. Nah, he did break records though. He got all 3 albums on the Billboard. He broke the #1 streaming record for a rap song this year, breaking Kendrick Lamar's Not Like Us all-time record for most songs in a day. And it was on his first song on intro, on the Iceman, the intro on Iceman. So I'm like, so everybody went and tuned the first song, and then he just like fell off down the line. So like you can even look at like views of it on YouTube and shit. And
you can see like track 1 has the most, and as they're going down, it's less and less and less.
Yep.
Yeah.
So like the anticipation was there. The numbers are there because of how many people were anticipating. I don't think the product's there. Out of the 3 albums, I think he maybe has 3, 4 hits.
How many songs total would you say out of 3? Is there like 10 on each one?
I want to say there's like almost like 15 on each.
So you're so close to, we'll say between 40 and 40, like 35 and 45 songs.
Yeah.
And then you saying only 3 or 4 really hit to you? That's a terrible ratio, bro. That's not a good ratio. Holy shit.
Yeah, it's not me. It's not. I'm not feeling it. Yeah, it was Maid of Honor was an album. Google's AI says a dance heavy project featuring collaborations with Sexy Red and Central C. Those two collabs, those are two of the ones that I'm like, all right, that'll pop. Habibti focuses on his signature melodic, vulnerable R&B style. It doesn't mention the song. And then Iceman features Natural Treasures and Make Them Remember. Now, the National Treasures song, I was liking it. And then he did one of his infamous beat switches. And the beat switch, I'm like, that's not it. I'm like, you didn't.
So the first beat was good, and the second one wasn't. You like the first one came in, I'm feeling this. The
yeah, and then as soon as you went to go switch it to the second one, I'm like, why'd you do that? Like you lost me. And he switched the whole flow up to match the new beat, and like I get the whole point of the beat switch. I'm like, but it just didn't mesh well together. I'm like, that's not the one. But he did take shots at a lot of people. Jay-Z, Kendrick, LeBron, Playboy Cardi, Pusha T, Pharrell. We got a clip that's a montage of the disses and who he's calling out. Check this out. We'll talk about it.
That's big enough. We know how you OGs rocking already, my nigga. The jig is up. White kids listen to you because they feel some guilt, and that's how your soul get fulfilled. Handing out turkeys on camera inside of your hood, then you go back to the hills. How many houses you build? How many souls did you heal off the back of your deal? Difference between niggas getting you out of your deal and letting you out of your deal. Damn. You saw my brother, you was trying to fix it. Now you drop your album and you back this. You getting bodied by a singing nigga. Look, your baby mama ain't even post a single. Damn, where she at? Yeah, where she at? Baby boy, please. I heard what you said to little bro about me. Yeah, and when you run into the ice man, what you gonna do except freeze? You not about to squeeze. You not in the streets. What they say they just smelled. I heard they got special places in hell for niggas joking about evil when they did it themselves. Damn. I shouldn't even be shocked to see you in that arena, because you always made your career off of switching teams up. I never got a copy of the newest rules. Apparently the title of the book is called Fooling Fools. Y'all was riding all summer, pedal bars going #1, and yet y'all trying to tell me who's grooming who. I love you cause of the history, but if we being real, I could never forget you. And you never called me back, but destiny's written. For real. Fuck a big 3 anyway, there was too many chefs in the kitchen. It was a mess to begin with. Damn, who is this guy for real? I guess a magician. 100 million streams vanished, no one got questions for niggas. Dog, I was Aiden Ross with streams before Aiden Ross had ever streamed. And Cali, you know what I mean. The beef was fully live, you went halal and got on your dean. And your people are still waiting for a free Palestine. I be the producer, like what's the BPM? I cannot de-escalate things that we see 'em. Am I upset a bit? Last one you dropped was shit. I did press play on that hoe. Mid, skip.
All right. So those disses come from the songs that I'm like, they're mid. They can hold their own. Other than that, in my opinion, the album's fluff. I feel like he got the similar sound, but he just went through a bunch of records to narrow down what he was going to do. He probably dropped like 30 records of each, like recorded 30 records of each sound, like 30 R&B, 30 street, 30 club. And then instead of taking like 4 or 5 from each and perfecting those, He said, I'm going to take half of each stash and albums. But what is genius about it, though, and I caught this afterwards because after the first day, I let it breathe, went to sleep. Next day, going through the other ones. I'm like, not it, skip, whatever. I'm like, what made him drop 3 albums? I remember when him and Kendrick was beefing, and everybody we had brought up on Hip Hop Everything that they were signed to the same label, Universal. And Drake's claim was that Universal was botting Kendrick's streams to devalue Drake because Drake's contract was up for renegotiation. Now, that made me think, I'm like, dropped 3 albums. That's crazy. So I put, how many contracts does Drake have left in his deal? He had 3 albums left.
He wanted out. He wanted out of Universal. He signed that deal. Was like, how do I get myself out of this deal? 3 albums. I'll go work crazy hard right now, whether you like the music or not. He half-assed it just to fucking get it out. I'm out of that deal, and he can go independent now if he wanted to, which would probably be his best move.
And he hints at being independent. There's a few like bars where he hints at like, I don't need nobody. I could do this independent. I'm big enough.
He could.
And he would be the biggest independent artist instantly overnight. Instantly.
Oh, I agree with that. I wholeheartedly agree with that, bro. It's actually, if I'm gonna be honest with you, even if the music is ass, from a business point of view, it's kind of slick. It's kind of slick.
Yes.
You know what I mean? Like, and you know he was beefing with him. Like, and think about it too. If I was signed to a record label like him, if I was him, and I saw, you know, me in Kendrick or me and the top other guy in the company were going at it, and I saw the company kind of take the side of the other dude, I would feel slighted. I'd feel some type of way about it, and then I'd be like, you know what? Fuck it. I'll sign. I'll take the money from you. I'll sign a deal, and then I'm gonna fulfill my deal, get my bread, and get the fuck out of here. And he's definitely by far big enough to go independent and to move. Imagine being a Drake status independent artist, bro, and the amount of money he's gonna generate revenue wise.
Everything's gonna go straight to him, and he's not gonna have to like.
He's gonna own everything. He's gonna own his masters. He's gonna own the publishing, bro. He's gonna own the mechanicals, bro. Like bro. Oh my god, going on tour and shit.
Now, one thing that I also caught listening to the rap one, the actual Iceman album. I know the album's called Iceman, and he's playing this whole role that he's Iceman now. But he leaned into it real heavy on the album, where it kind of gave off like, is he thinking about changing his name to like Iceman? Have people call him Iceman? And then once I found out the album thing for him to get out the contract, I'm like, does the record label own Drake?
Yep.
Then it took me to, remember we had pointed out on Hip Hop Everything that Drake had that new YouTube channel called Plot Twist. And he was releasing songs on there. I was like, he's testing to see what his fan base is without any bots, seeing what the reception is. It was obviously a lot lower than the botted streams from the label, but he built up enough hype, got himself on Billboard. Now he's going to be fresh out of deal. Bunch of hype around his name. 3 albums that just charted the same day.
That's crazy.
And then his other albums charted too. I mean, he got 5 or 6 albums right now that are on the Billboard 100 that got songs on the Billboard.
These three generated so much talk about when people went back to this older music and got those numbers back. Bro, you know, to go back to what you were just saying about the Universal too, and if anyone's been paying attention about Kendrick, did anyone notice this week Kendrick's a lot of Kendrick's music got pulled off Spotify and off YouTube? Now, as an independent artist, I know, and maybe Drake at the time, Drake was right and we didn't know it. Maybe They figured out, they went into the analytics and was like, motherfucker, this is a lot of bots on here. We're paying out revenue on this. Nah, fuck you, and snatched it off.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean? Which is another reason for Drake to get off the label.
I feel like a lot of the Iceman project was last minute, so it could be more relevant in the timeline. Because Drake said in that video clip we just played, he said 100 million views missing. And he said, you got question for? Like, that just happened.
Literally, like this week or last week or something.
Right. So, like, he got that song done this week.
That's wild, dude.
Got that on the project. I mean, and already had all the other promo behind it, so it didn't matter as long as it got uploaded in time. Listen, smart business. It was a great business move from Drake. I think that he might roll into the whole Iceman thing even more. It'd be like some bullshit if they own his name, though. That would suck. I mean, but we've seen it happen with Prince, the artist formerly known as Prince.
Yeah, that's right. That's right.
So
change his name to a symbol.
Right. Yeah, because the artist formerly known as Prince didn't sound right.
Nah. He probably couldn't even use the name Prince in his name. I bet you there's legality towards that. That's why he made a symbol, because there's no words. Oh, you're not fucking me about whatever words. They probably could manipulate any word to try to, oh, you can't use that because it's related to, you know what I mean? He was like, oh, all right, check this out. A fucking symbol.
Yeah, because the artist formerly known as Prince was so in your face, like obviously Prince, artist formerly known as Prince.
Not a
so
symbol.
Yeah, the lawyers were like, nah, fuck that. No, you got to do something. And he was like, oh yeah, fuck me, fuck you. Here's a symbol. I think Drake might be doing the same route with Iceman, especially since his last contract with Universal was $450 million. So they obviously didn't want to pay any more than that. That's why they switched sides to Kendrick, because they were like, man, you too much of a paycheck. Like, yeah, we make money with you, but you also demand more now.
He's over the hill now, too. Think about it from a business point of view. He's not in the prime of his career no more. Like, you know, you're not paying that kind of money for a player. Think about, like, from like a sports analogy, right? You're not paying any of these top tier athletes at 35, 38 years old, 40 years old in their career when they were at their peak at 25 to 30. That's when you command those kind of, you know what I mean? Like, I could see Universal saying, all right, we're only going to give you $450 million. Drake probably wanted more. Universal being like, nah, bro, you over the edge. You've already over the cliff. You're on the decline. You're not on the incline.
Mm-hmm.
I can see that. And then Drake being like, all right, cool, I got you. Watch this. 3 albums. His 3 albums I did in a month. Pay me my $450 million.
Mm-hmm. And he's like, you know what? I'm about to be independent now. I'm going to drop when I want. It's all going to be mine.
How I want, what type of music I want.
He's got big money as it is. He's already rich. So he's just going to invest his own money.
Yep.
Motherfucker likes gambling, so
yeah, he does.
Gamble on himself, and he going to win because he's a huge artist. And normally sponsorships we about to see Drake do, especially with him being that big of an independent artist. He's going to be everywhere like Michael Jordan was in the 90s. Rayovac, Gatorade, Fruit of the Loom, everywhere. Drake gonna be everywhere. I mean, wait till Drake's telling you, buy this Gillette razor. This is what I shave my beard.
Drake internet service, $30 a month.
Yeah, special Drake edition.
Right? Yeah, right. Yeah. Oh shit.
The Drizzy Drip Guard.
Yeah.
Fucking $89.99. It's got the OVO owl logo on it and everything. People be camping outside like it's a stopwatch. Bro, I still can't believe that watch.
That's crazy.
I'd have been so pissed off and left. I'd have left.
I ain't waiting there for no amount of. There's no I don't know if there's anything on planet Earth that I would sit out for 3 to 5 days to wait to get in line.
No.
I don't think there's anything, for me at least.
No, not at all. Not at all. Not at all. Like, I think that I get the hustler's mentality, right? I get the people that are like, hey, this is a big flip. I can resell this and come up. I can understand the collectors who are like, hey, I'm gonna hold on to this for a few years.
That's a good point. That's
I'm gonna pass this down to my kids because look at the resale value overnight. Wait till everybody buys the resale and they lose it. Or
what's it gonna be worth in 50 years? You know what I mean? 50 years now, what that gonna be worth? It's gonna be worth fucking 100 times that $400 they spent.
Exactly.
And that makes sense.
I can understand that shit, but like, cause I was watching the Let's Rap About It podcast with Jim Jones, Mano, Davies, and Fabulous, and they was talking about it. And Fabulous was like, "That's all I could see on all my timelines. Every social media site was this spot." It was like I didn't even type it in. I didn't look it up. It was like it just He was like, interest media. Like they're like, here, get interested in this. This is what we're pushing this week. And Jim Jones was like, yeah, I wanted to cop like fucking 2-3 pairs of every color. He was like, go down there. And like all of them were like excited about the AI images. And then they were like, damn, you know what I mean? The pocket watch. Got him. You know what I mean?
Jesus.
And then Jim Jones is wild. He compared the pocket watch to a condom and he called it a cum bag. He said that in the 80s, condoms used to be called cum bags. And then, bro, I almost spit out my drink, right? Because Fabulous goes, yo, just imagine going to the homie like, yo, bro, yo, you got a cum bag?
Yeah.
No. Like, I'm about to go meet up with Shorty. You got an extra cum bag I could use? Horrible. So they started clowning Jim Jones. They're like, man, ain't nobody ever call it a comeback. What the fuck's the matter with you?
I've never heard that. That's the first time I've ever heard that.
Life. Never.
The first time.
That's some wild ayo pause shit.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
No
yeah. Pause. Yeah.
What the fuck? That shit was hilarious though. But he correlated it to the pocket watch, the Royal Pop, by Swatch and the fucking AP.
Wild. That is fucking
I still
wild.
can't believe people are doing that. Now, we got some. I didn't even know this was a thing. This is how uncultured I am, apparently. Yeah, we heard Eurovision.
Eurovision?
Eurovision.
Eurovision. No, is this some kind of new like headset kind of thing? Like the optical goggles?
No. We're both American, you can tell. So there's some big Europe shit where I'm correlating to like, I don't know, fucking America's Got Talent or one of those shows, American Idol. But they got a bunch of countries that go send like musicians to go compete. And Israel being there caused the stir where some countries boycotted pulling up. Yeah, check this out. We'll talk about it.
Let's go to Europe. One of that continent's biggest pop culture events is now underway in Austria. The 2026 Eurovision Song Contest kicked off with all of its usual spectacle. Singers from 35 nations will perform in Vienna over the next few days, leading up to Saturday's big final. But this year, several countries are boycotting the entire competition.
Yeah, it's 5 countries: Spain, Slovenia, Iceland, Ireland, and the Netherlands. And they've pulled out of the contest over Israel's continued participation participation, driving the number of participants to its lowest level since 2003.
For more, let's bring in NBC News international correspondent Claudio Lavaca. Claudio, good morning. I was actually in Europe last year when this happened. It's a spectacle. Everyone stops and goes to the bars and watches everything. This is actually the third contest since October 7th, 2023, which launched the Israel-Hamas war. So help us understand what these countries are protesting this year.
Hey, Joe Savannah. Yeah, that's right. There has been growing calls for Israel to be boycotted and suspended or even kicked out of the Eurovision Song Contest since the start of the war in Gaza. And this year, as Savannah mentioned, as many as 5 countries have pulled out. They have now boycotted Eurovision altogether. Also, as it has happened for the last 3 years in the host city, this year is Vienna in Austria, there are planned pro-Palestinian demonstrations throughout the week until Saturday. That's when the final will take place there. But despite all that, the competition is ongoing. There are still 35 countries competing, including Israel, which took part of the semi-final last night. Just take a look at that clip. Now, I don't know if you could hear it there, guys. There was a mix of booing and cheering when the Israeli singer went on stage, and also you could overhear someone screaming, "Stop the genocide." Austrian media said that even 2 people were even kicked out of the arena for disrupting the performance.
All right, so unmute. So the fucking
bro, that's lame. I'm sorry, that's lame, bro. Like, I get the war, bro. I'm not for the war in Palestine. I'm not for it. But man, does everything have to be intertwined with everything else? Can't people just go do the music fucking song thing just for the fact that it's the music song thing and it's like an Olympic style thing where all kinds of countries are performing songs? Why can't it just be about that? Why do people got to boycott and be like, because there's a war going over there, I have the 2 things, I got nothing to do with each other. Like, leave it the fuck alone. Like,
but I guess they're using it since like it's kind of like a Super Bowl event over there. You know what I mean? Like a Super Bowl of music. So more eyes. If you're gonna protest something, you're gonna do it when the most eyes are.
It's fucking lame, bro. No, but these countries are boycotting. They're not going there. They're not even participating.
Right. So them not participating
in
something that's got so much like viewership in Europe and is like such a big thing. That'd be like a team getting all the way to like the Super Bowl, but the NFL's doing something the team owner don't like, and Robert Kraft says no. The Patriots refuse to play in the Super Bowl this year because the NFL's doing this. You know what I mean? Even though they won their chance to get to the Super Bowl.
I get it. I think it's just dumb.
That type of like huge news, they bring attention and a spotlight to whatever they're talking about. It's lame that they got to go that route to do it. You know what I mean? Like, just protest and make the word yourself. Don't hijack a whole event to make a statement. But I see why they do it because it's such a huge event.
You know, I get why they do it. To me, it's just corny, bro. At this point, like, it's politics. It's world geopolitics. It's world events. Leave that shit for the news. Leave that shit for fucking geography class. Like, this shit got to do with music. Like, you know what? If you really want to beat them, if you really want to make a statement, how about you go make a fucking better song than the Israeli song and you beat it that way?
Yeah.
You know
and
what
I
mean?
guess Bulgaria won, I believe. So, shout out to them. Now, I seen something that made me shake my head.
Oh.
We talk a lot about weird shit on this podcast with politicians, especially after the Epstein Island list came out. So there's a lot of states right now that are banning child marriage, which is great. We're in 2026.
Was it Oklahoma?
Yes. So they're the most recent state to do it. But there's this politician, some old cowboy. He said this. Just check it out. We'll talk about it.
Out saying that it's child marriage, that it's pedophilia. I mean, it's crazy because we already have a current bill. So the current bill allows you, a parent, to give permission to a 16-year-old to get married. What they want to change that to is now an 18-year-old would be the only age you could get married at. So they want to take away the parent's right to give a 16-year-old permission to get married. Now, in cases of pregnancy, or there are cases where a parent might want to give their kid permission to get married, and I think that's between those young people and the parents. And so I don't think the government should be telling us, the people, what to do with our kids.
Okay.
I'll take the other side of this one, because I don't see this might be kind of, I don't know, people might not like this, but I don't see the problem here. I'm not, and I'm not saying this from an age point of view. I'm saying the bill itself, because the bill itself is as the current law stands, if you're gonna marry an underage person, your parents, who still have control over you at 16 or 17 legally, are responsible for you, are giving that permission. It's not saying that it's okay for a 50-year-old just to go marry a 16-year-old. You need to go through the parents in order to do that.
Now,
I'm
all for parents having complete control with their kids. My thing is this: what if the parents, right? Because we've lived long enough in life to see some people that got kids that probably should never even thought about having kids.
Oh, facts.
I mean, and it's like, how are you a parent? Mm-hmm. And do we want to allow them that 2-year window and give them, possible parents, the right and decision to be like, yeah.
No, you don't. But you got to look at it like this: how few small percentage of people is that compared to the people that do it the right way? So now you're punishing the majority, or you're not punishing. I don't want to say it like that. You're taking away the rights of way more people because a select few are retards. You know what I mean?
But I think like younger people right now, I don't think that like younger people like, all right, so that's Oklahoma. We gotta think Oklahoma more still not really Bible Belt, but it's off Bible Belt. It's Bible Belt adjacent.
Yeah, no, it's definitely heavy. It's heavily religious.
Right. So the whole, I get the pregnancy, oh shit, teen pregnancy, you want the marriage. I mean, here you go. I understand that. Now, I don't know how the percentage of youngins getting married out in Oklahoma is because of like teen pregnancy or whatever. I mean, like if that's a big thing out there, I don't know. I mean, they might have horrible teen mom issues and teen parents.
I guess it's not. I don't think so. I don't think we should be looking at this. Me and you are looking at it. I just thought about this. Me and you are looking at it from a morality point of view. We're saying morally because we're looking at the age. I think we got to take that out and now look at it from legality wise. Do you want the government being able to tell you as a parent that if I, at 16 or 17, if I want to grant my kid this because I deem it to be okay because I'm a third party that's responsible, that's older, that has life experience, do I want to allow the government to take away my right to do it with my kid? Like that's it. Take away the moral, take the morals out of it and go strictly.
I personally don't want them to take away the right. However, I feel like humanity and society has lost that right by being so stupid. Like the majority of people being stupid is like, okay, well, I don't want them having a lot of say. So at least us smart people, we can vote in people to make like some laws that the dummies gotta follow. So it's like, oh, you know what I mean, little checks and balances type shit for IQ levels. Because back to like parents that should not have kids. You know what I mean? Like, I know a few, and it's like, I don't know how they haven't lost their kid. It's like, okay. But, you know, it's just so I feel we kind of, I don't know, it's a touchy area because, like, I wouldn't want, if I'm in that scenario, I wouldn't want the government overreach. Because
I want the government telling me how to raise my kids. Like,
I would feel competent enough and intelligent enough to make a proper decision in a scenario there. However, I don't feel like the majority of Americans would. I mean, I don't think the majority of Americans are smart enough anymore.
So you think there's more stupid people than there are smart? Let me put it like, so do you think there's more bad parents than there are good parents? I feel like that's
no.
Well,
I think
but that's your metric. That's the metric for that though, because a bad parent, like you're saying, the bad parents that would allow a 6 or 7 year old to get married for either some ridiculous reason or to bad people. The amount of parents that are allowed to happen, I feel like is so small compared to parents that would not even allow it to begin with, because again, they're still their choice. So they're still their choice. But if they happen to come across I don't know, it's Susie's next door neighbor. They know their family for fucking 20 years, the entire time they've been there. You know, they got fucking son and daughter that, you know, are same age, and they end up wanting to get married at 17, whatever. And both families are like, yeah, go ahead. I'm cool with it. I know them. You know what I mean? Like, I feel like there's a lot more of that situation than it would be.
Especially like in the Oklahoma area. I understand.
Especially, yeah, because even more. So, yes, religiously, if it is a higher religious area, statistically, religious people get married more in our
So I get it. But also, I don't want participation trophy marriages where like the parent just caves in because the kid's in love with this one this week and they want to go get married. And okay, you can have whatever you want.
That's gonna happen. That's definitely gonna happen because there's always no matter what we do, there's gonna be stupids. We'll call them the stupids. There's always no matter everything in life is gonna have a percentage of really, bro. Like you just get like really scratch your head, like really, like.
That's why, like, I'm cool with the 18. Like, it's only 2 more years. Like, fucking relax. I mean, it's not
that's only a state thing too. That's not even a federal thing. That's only a state thing. So that's one of 50 states that's allowing that.
Yeah,
so
I think right now I want to say it was like 20 something states that have banned it. So like half the country still there's child marriage laws that are like
18 and over. I mean,
no, that are like under.
Oh, that will.
There's only like half the country that have stopped it and made it 18 older. You got to be to get married. You got to be like an adult. Well, half the country still got their own decisions. I mean, but I want to say it was like 27 or 29 states. I forget.
Oh, shit.
But I was like, taken back by it because I thought, like, I was under the assumption that we as Americans was already at an 18 point. You know what I mean? I'm born and raised in Massachusetts. So, you know what I mean? Give me ignorance. So I'm just thinking, I'm like, all right, so 18, you get married in Massachusetts. I'm like, we should all be on the same board.
Yeah, but isn't Massachusetts even 17 though, isn't it? I thought you get away with shit at 17 in Massachusetts.
Yeah, I mean, I think it's like 17 and a half. Some dumb shit.
Oh, yeah, I think like 17 you're allowed to, like, I think if.
Just like criminally, they could charge you as an adult.
Yeah.
You know what I mean, for underage. I mean,
that's so crazy though.
Bro, I was 17 the first time I got locked. Just imagine being 17 walking into the jail.
Oh.
Bro, my first like walk to the cell, I was like, oh no. I'm like, this is rough. I'm like, let me just try to poke my chest out. Be good. Yeah, I was obviously the smallest motherfucker on the block. I mean, because like you're not that big at 17, especially the people that like eat, sleep, and work out and have adult bodies and adult bones. You're just naturally fuller when you're an adult. So, but yeah, so I don't know. I think that clip it went viral because it's such a conversation of it's the control, like parents or government. I do believe the government has so much overreach, but I have seen like the new generation of kids and this generation of parents. I think the generation of parenting gets worse. I mean, like these kids disrespectful as fuck. They just do whatever the fuck they want. It's more like the majority of them is fucked up, and there's like handful of good ones that listen. Whereas before, it was the complete opposite. There was only a handful of fucked up ones that didn't listen, and the majority listened. It just like tipped.
This is where I'll give a side
trophies and the internet and blocking shit you don't like and all this entitlement that put everybody in their little safety bubbles in their safe spaces and fucking these kids. I can say what I want. I have the right to express my feelings. Okay, well, you're a child. Talk to an adult with respect. Like, I mean, they don't care. That's out the window now. So that's why I think it's tough because I don't want the overreach from the government, but it's like, are we keeping up with the times? Because parenting ain't as good as it used to be. You know what I mean? So maybe we got to stiffen things up a little bit.
Here we go with the government, y'all. I'll give you some tinfoil hat shit. Government manufactures this to happen too. Rises prices on everything. So now what you have now, the majority of households are two income households, meaning mom and dad or whoever combination thereof. The two people in the house are now working more than 8 hours a day too. That means they're in the house less. That means them kids are getting raised at school and are home by themselves more than having a parent at home like it used to be back in the day. Could that be a contributing factor to it? To me, it makes logical sense.
Or the ones that ain't working and having the 2-parent household, the ones that got the kid, got kids, stay home.
Households. They're not home, they're working. You know what I mean? Right. No one's there.
But I'm saying, but like, say the ones that ain't working, what those teach.
Yep.
Because we got to think about like those parents. So those parents in that part of society. So like, they just collecting, chilling at home, got their nails done, lashes done, bag, all this shit. And, you know, kids is hungry, but the food stamps is maxed out benefits, almost like $1,000 a month because there's 4 kids, 4 different baby daddies. I mean, and collecting child support for each kid, living off different checks and incomes. And that parent always, leave me alone. I'm an adult, never paying attention to the kids. And now the kids, once, they get a little bit older, they just doing whatever the fuck they want to do. Because they've always been doing whatever the fuck they want to do.
No structure. There's no structure. So when they hit society that is semi-structured, structured to a point to get society to move, those type of people aren't even mentally built that way. So they end up getting thrusted into a structure that they're not ready to know how to maneuver through. And that's why they keep hitting all these roadblocks. Shit. Like, they're acting up, like you're saying, talking out of their face to people. You know what I mean? Like
I remember when the food stamp shutdown happened, Massachusetts, they said 1 in 7 people in Massachusetts is on food stamps. So, okay, out of 100 people, how many of those? So that'd probably be like 15 people on the food stamps out of the 100. But out of those 15 people, how many you think is milking it? Probably about 5. I mean, there's 10 people that are probably like, I really need this to like get by and economy. But then there's like the lifers that are like, this is me, this is what I'm gonna do. And I can get this check, and they just pop out a new kid because hey, child support's running up, you're turning 18. I need another one. It's like, again. I mean, they go find somebody that's gonna give them good child support. Oh, you make good money.
That's crazy, bro. That should be fraud. That should be fraud, bro. That's just foul.
Mm-hmm.
No, I know. Yeah,
that happens a lot, bro. I see these TikTok videos, right, where the food stamp fraud was going on. These girls were talking about food stamp hauls. Okay, like know how those shopping hauls are big on YouTube and TikTok right now for the women. They just watch what other people buy and what they open. Okay, like I don't understand it. It's some real player 2 shit for me. I was never good at player 2. I was the oldest, so like player 1. You know what I mean? But so they just opening shit. But I'm looking at it like, oh, now they're doing it with this. And the way it's going is just changing. I don't know. I don't know how to explain it. It's just
bro. I saw videos that time what you were talking about where these girls will come in on TikTok. It was mostly on TikTok and Instagram too, but they were like, food stamps get shut off. If I go to use my food stamps and they get shut off, I'm walking straight out the door. Don't try to get in front of me. I'm gonna knock you over. Like, then people. It's one thing. It's one thing if you're like kind of venting about it and you talk about it. Then I saw the videos of people legitimately whole carts, bro. You see them come right out of an aisle and walk right out the door because the food stamps was off for a little while, bro. Like that was wild. So that was the answer. That was people's answer.
A lot of them know what I'm saying is a lot of them like life is that's their normal car because they got 5-6 kids and they get max benefits for like a single parent household under low income with this many kids
gets X.
I mean, bro, there's like rental assistance programs, like more than Section 8, where home base, raft. Yep. All of these things, they just pay like home base pay rent for a year, and then they got like the de-escalation shit. Oh shit, we lost FiF. Oh no, what happened to FiF? FiF, where did you go? Oh no, where did you go? Oh no, where did you go? Oh no, bro, but where did you go? Oh no, where did you go? Oh no, where did you go? Oh no, bro. Yeah, so I don't know where FiF went, and I'm not gonna keep singing. We gonna wait for FiF to come back. There he is. That was weird.
Bro, dude, literally my shit goes, oh, we had an error. It says, oh, oops. I was like, the fuck?
Wow. Yeah, so listen, you missed it. I created a hit song while you were gone. Let's go. Where did you go? Oh no, where you go? Oh no. Then I was like, bro.
See, I did notice I was freezing before. Now I'm not freezing no more.
There you go.
All right, so that's good. All right.
Speaking of songs and me performing, I did a performance yesterday. Shout out Bay Holler, King Handsome, World Life. I got a few minutes to touch stage. Twan the Dude was there, DJ Thorough. Rough Riders affiliates was in the building.
Oh shit.
And Twan the Dude, I did my track Blessed and Breaking News. And I seen him. So I'm on stage. He introduced me, right? It's the office. I mean, time to clock in, do what I gotta do. So I introduced myself, start talking my shit, start doing Bless. He in the back of the venue. I see him like in his booth, just chilling. Like as soon as he introduced me, he walked back there to his people. He turns around. I see him like looking at me with a drink in his hand. I scan the crowd. I'm performing the cameras and shit. I'm doing my thing. Next thing, I look back up to see if he's still over there and still rocking with me. He up near the stage now.
Watching perform.
So like halfway in the middle of the venue, just watching. So Blessed ends. Breaking News comes on. I do my thing. Second verse comes on. He's on the side of the stage now, looking at me, going, rocking.
Shit. Hell yeah.
Then afterwards was like, yo, oh, you rap? I'm like, yeah, I rap. So I spit some lyrical shit while he was waiting for the next artist. And then he was like, holla at me outside. So I'm like, all right, bet. I go outside to burn one down. Some female who was with him comes up to me first. She was like, you killed your shit. I'm like, appreciate you. She was like, I'm with Twan the Dude. I'm like, oh, word, appreciate you. She was like, yeah, I thought you was black. I said, well, nah.
Yeah.
I was like, I don't know.
What does one say to that? What does one say to that when confronted with said situation?
And then she was like, nah. She's like, from what I heard, she was like, you one of us. She was like, you've been adopted. I was like, all right, appreciate you. Twan comes out. They got food outside. You know what I mean? The vendors and stuff. So he getting a plate. He calls me over. He's like, yo, take my number down. Gives me his number. It's like, yo, I need to connect you with OT the Real.
Oh, no
He's
shit.
like, you and OT? He was like, on a track. He was like, fire. He was like, and those were your beats? I was like, yeah. He was like, on one of your beats. And I was like, oh, okay, word.
That opens mad doors, yo.
Then I'm in there. The Rough Rider dudes perform. They do their thing. They kill it. They like closing out the night. But I'm going to get to the closeout of the night because this was dope and a big moment for the fam. Now, Rough Riders, they do their thing. Oh, dap me up, give me props, love. So Woe goes up there, kills it with Cypher Sick. I mean, does his usual, kills it, right? He about to wrap up a track. He comes over the side of the stage. I'm filming. He was like, yo, I'm about to do Cold Outside. So I'm like, I bet. And in my head, I'm like, oh, that's going to hit.
Oh, yeah.
So does cold outside, kills it like usual, and that's his time. Time's done. Fucking the dude, nah, yo, DJ, run that shit back. Went over there, had him close it, running that shit back for a curtain call.
For cold outside?
Yep.
Yo,
And
dude, that's
one of the dude
love
was
that song.
on stage with him the whole time. At like one point, like arm around him, like jumping with him and shit.
Oh shit.
Just wanting it to be seen next to Woe. So like Woe did his thing. You know what I mean?
That's crazy.
Word.
Nah, yo, I'll be honest with you, like that's my favorite song of his too. So like when you say that, that's the song in, and like, I'm happy for him, yo, because that's like of all songs he does, like that's I connect with that one the most. See that one go off and take off like that, yeah, that's fine.
Yeah. But then at the end of the night, bro, fucking me, one of the two of the dudes from Rough Riders, some dude Money I know from back in the day, Infamous Ma, from BBM and BSR, and then Rolly Batto, bro. We all just got into a cipher. Fucking lights is on in the club, music is off. We just rapping in the cut near the door.
Hell yeah!
So they filmed this. Word. So I was like, oh, okay. But then like getting the cosign from the dudes who's affiliated with Rough Riders and shit. Bro, one of them had a fucking like one of the leather vests on with the R on the back. They got the R chains on. So I'm like, oh, okay.
Were they part of the Rough Rider team, or were they up and coming rappers? Like, was it Rough Riders themselves? Like,
they was about like our age. You know what I mean?
Oh, shit.
So they was a little bit older. They probably was like not taking it serious back in the day and taking it serious now, and probably have been like affiliated with the team for a while, where now they're like, yeah. You know what I mean?
It's our turn now. Yeah.
Right. So
that's cool.
Yeah, yo, they killed it. You know what I mean, it was a dope show. And then shout out Sister's Entourage, Janine, though she got into a car accident before the event.
Well, on the way there, going there?
Yeah, well, earlier in the day, she got into an accident, so she was unable to make the event.
She okay?
So prayers for her recovery. Yeah, she good. She recovering. But prayers for her, and then salute to Bay Holla. I mean, I put it in the post. Last minute layup with the whole event. I've thrown performance events. They are a pain in the ass, first off, with the lineup, time slots, making sure shit runs smooth, everything's good. And Bay Holla did her big one and fucking held that shit down. And everything ran smooth. Everybody performed. Everything was on time. Everything was straight. I mean, so.
Hell yeah. She seems like that, yo. Like going to that one show earlier this year with her, and her kind of like running the show. I could tell she's very organized. She's very timely too, which was good. She understands how to keep things flowing. Things don't get bottlenecked. You know what I mean? Where such and such gets off stage and the other person ain't ready, nothing to do. It was very like performance on time.
Like, oh, you could tell that she was like stressed, that like this was overwhelming. You could tell, but she didn't like. It didn't affect the show. It didn't affect the event. I mean, you're like, oh, you're overwhelmed, but you still made sure the job got done. So I mean, she did her thing. Dope performances, bro. The shit was dope. I mean, and we're gonna get into some quick music. We're gonna get into your fan favorite. And I'm gonna give a quick preview. Well, I don't know what I'm gonna do. I want to show a little bit of my performance. Hold on.
You got a film?
Yeah. I'm gonna put it up this way. And then I don't have visual for the ice. I don't have visual for the Iceman record yet, but I dropped Iceman. That's already like at 2,000 streams in like 2 days. So, and just because I was playing off the Drake release with the Iceman, I did one of those beat switches like Drake do.
Yeah.
So I'm like, I gotta do the classic Drake beat switch and switch up the whole vibe. And but yeah, so I'm gonna play this and we're gonna wrap it up with Chubby, the fan favorite, and then be right back. If I can get this to play.
Next artist, Aaron All Niter. What's up, boy? Full of things, man. About this shit? Living. I let you know what the fuck it is, bro.
So y'all already know what it is. Aaron All Niter, all platforms. I'll be throwing an event here this Thursday. Come through Flat Flyers in the building. DJ, let's do this. Yeah. Providence, what up? Food on my plate, blessed, the sign of rap, I'm okay, blessed, cause I got asshole up steaks, blessed, cause I got heat to the gate, blessed, cause I got food on my plate, blessed, the signs of rap, 508, blessed, cause I got asshole up steaks, blessed, cause I got heat to the gate, no gatekeepers round me, OGs, people keys, round me. Keep it like a janitor, hips from the camera, fixer in the house and hip hop like a baby son. They hate that I'm him, no breaks, I was blessed to win. The test is in, All Niter A+. I'm in a good mood, but I don't play much. Hear hope, but they don't say much. Promoters everywhere, now pay them. The buzz been low, the talk my talk, cause I've been humble. I ain't stepping out for free, just to see me. Now you pay the fee, that's facts. Blessed, cause I got food on my plate. Blessed, the signs of rap 508. Blessed, cause I got past all the snakes. Blessed, cause I got keys to the gate. Blessed, cause I got food on my plate. Blessed, the signs of rap 508. Blessed, cause I got past all the snakes. Blessed, cause I got keys to the gate. They ready? They ready? Let me know, bro. You need beats? Holla at me. Next track's called Breaking News. Some shit's been going on lately. It's not paranoia. When you know you did something, they looking for you. Shit happens though, right? It's life. Got a story to tell. 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 Yeah. Yo, you heard the news tonight? Well, the boys is out. Get popped off, man. We had it coming to him, 5:59, 60 seconds to the news. Location on the body, say he got it coming loose. Then he looking for drinks, but he can't think out his shoe. Size 10.5 though, you can do the math, bro. Damn, you can do the math. Damn, you can do the math. Just leave me on real quick. Yo, switch in some news. I heard it on the scanner too. Now I see me on the boat.
Go fund me for the weight and shit. Welcome. Lose at 10 plus, lose at 11. Old boy, mom and I stand up as the reverend. People all guessing on who we can be. Nobody tell me when it's on the TV. And that's a good look. See mama's in with a good look. People in the trap, rah-rah, they shook. I see who I see who all shook. Yeah. You can do the math. Yeah, you can do the math. Yeah, oh, this shit over here. Breaking news is coming in. Sirens echo through the city tonight. They're lucky I got a motherfucking back. This ain't just waiting. Sorry. Hold on. Yeah, you can rap, bro. Yeah, you some rap. You got some shit, bro. I ain't even rap like that. Listen.
All Niter on the beat. Street magic. Yeah. Iceman flow, been colder than the rest. So cold. Frost on my breath. Iceman flow, been colder than the rest. So cold. Frost on my breath. Iceman flow, been colder than the rest. So cold. Frost on my breath. Iceman flow, been colder than the rest. So cold. Frost on my breath. Like Jeezy the Snowman, I'm all about dope, man. Ever since a young buck till I got old man. They saying I'm a goat now. This the itinerary for how it all goes down. Iceman flow, been colder than the rest. So cold. Frost on my breath. Iceman flow, been colder than the rest. So cold. Frost on my breath. Iceman flow, been colder than the rest. So cold. Frost on my breath. Iceman flow, been colder than the rest. So cold. Frost on my breath. I've been cold since a youth, and always cold in the booth. So cold that I froze, and now the Iceman soul. Pay attention to the story that's told. Been rapping since 9-8, always reppin' 508. If I tryna come to violate, Street Magic the team that annihilates. Yeah, we gon' regulate, nothing but clean up. Hitters on the roster, your head tucked like a mobster. Your head in some pasta, yeah, your head in some pasta. Had to do it proper, like a top shotter. Been cold since youth, always cold in the boot. So cold that I froze, not an Iceman soul. Pay attention to the story that's told. Been cold since youth, always cold in the boot. So cold that I froze, not an Iceman soul.
Chubby on the dance floor, give me that visual. Looking at the tie-tie, shaking like my rock guys. Dancing to the south side, merengue. Chase it out with E&J, take another shot as we liven up the spot. Getting down like we both is getting off. Full hard, never soft, never love lost. As I take you to the top, tipping top. Slide back down the bottom of my car. Sex game official, make the yayo whistle. More than 2 fistfuls, slob, choke, all up on my dick. I want you to damn near puke on my shit. Bitch, now you and your girl switch. Damn, I got a chubby. Love the way you touch me. Ride it all night. Love the way you fuck me. Bend it over, push it back. Make the kitty cat go. Clap, 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 clap. Man, I got this chubby. What you gon' do with this chubby? I said, man, I got this chubby. What you gon' do with this chubby? What you gonna do with this chubby? What you gonna do?
at the car like in my dance like Usher. Woo. I just found my tempo like on DJ Mustard. Woo. I hit that Ginobili with my left hand on like woo. Lobster and saline for all my babies that are niche. Chicken finger fresh fry for them hoes that wanna dip. Jumpin', them boys up to something. I think I need some Robitussin. Way too many questions, you must think I trust you. You searching for answers, I do not know nothing. Woo.
Chaw.
I don't know why I kept us still in the little corners of the side. It's like, all right, bro, whatever. So, few things that we haven't touched on yet. We're gonna get onto this. You know how they've been talking the hantavirus?
Oh yeah.
You hear the new outbreak? In the last, like, I don't know, 72 hours, I guess.
Every time I tap back into it, there's a little bit more. I heard it was in the United States. But it's always been in the United States, though. It's never not. You know what I mean? This is what.
Well,
tell me what you're talking about, because like it's.
So in Africa right now, there's an Ebola outbreak.
Yes, I did hear about that.
So they trying to fearmonger with hantavirus and Ebola. If shit ain't going right, just throw a virus out there. So it'll get everybody in line.
Yo, you see what the people did with the COVID-19 vax or jabs?
Mm-hmm.
See, so people went into their pamphlet. This is their literature that comes with the jab. One of the side effects, bro, people screenshot the shit. I did not. Let me make this clip for you. I did not look this up myself. Pictures I saw were people going into the literature. Could have been AI. It's possible. It didn't look like an AI picture. It looked legit. All right, to go back to it was one of the side effects of the jab from the COVID-19, I think Moderna or Pfizer or both, was that goddamn virus, bro. Not the Ebola. Was the hantavirus. That's a written side effect of the jab.
Yeah.
And put the tinfoil hat on, there was an account on Twitter that posted back in 2022. It's timestamped. You tweet something, it's timestamped. It said, COVID over in 2023, hantavirus 2026.
I feel like things get planned out, and they get planned out a long time in advance, especially when you're talking about plans for society and millions of people, billions of people.
Yeah.
But
things have to be put in place. You can't just spring that kind of shit on, or it deteriorates. They want to make it so that the institutionalized things can withstand it, but everything else deteriorates. So they have to put things into place to safeguard.
And there's always a few people that come off like, what the fuck is this one talking about? Well, I bet when that person posted that back years ago, people were like, what the hell is this dude talking about? 2026 hantavirus. Okay. I mean, and now all of a sudden some new some rare hantavirus strain.
Yeah, a variation of it. Like the fuck they call it. You want an A, yo. Fuck.
I forget the variation, but they're trying to say there's a 40% mortality rate on this.
This is the only variation that a human to human can pass. The other hantaviruses aren't passable from rodent to human. This is the one variant that can be passed from a rodent to a human. And I guess
see that New York Post posted that you could pass this in your sperm.
Well, I mean, that makes sense. I mean, if you think about it, it makes sense, bro. Your sperm is DNA. You're shooting your DNA into a chick. I mean,
I get it.
I can see that. Oh, why are they trying to ruin it for us, yo? There's no more
motherfuckers is about to be out here burning bitches with hantavirus this summer.
Nah, bro, that's gonna go against us, bro. These bitches are like, you ain't coming on my face now. I ain't getting that virus all on me.
No.
Oh, they're gonna be like, nope, there's no more.
And then the Ebola shit. I thought Africa already had their Ebola situation.
They do. It comes and goes.
Didn't like fix it.
No, it comes and goes. Ebola is like really like a fucked up thing. Like that shit will like that'll kill. That has a high mortality rate. It's like really like catchy.
I believe they make all of this shit.
Oh, they probably do make it.
Two of my thoughts. It's either they make all of this shit and just release it when they want to, like, do their
Experiment?
control and population shit, or two, it is a byproduct of all the toxics that we put in the environment and what that creates together.
Could be.
I mean, we burn mad shit and just put it up in the air. Like, okay, just so we can't see it. We don't
shit in water. Shit gets in our soils, dude.
Right.
So we grow plants. We grow plants on that soil, fruits, vegetables that we then eat. Shit we throw in the ocean. The shit we throw in the ocean. The fish eat it. We eat the fish.
For real. So it's like, you know, at a certain point, when does like that's obviously got to be a factor.
I bet you that has a lot to do with our health right now, and the fact that they're saying like men's sperm count is way down. We're the first generation that's not gonna. I guess they said the general part of our population of our generation isn't gonna reach the age that our parents did. Like our parents' generation was peak age now. Now it's actually starting to drop.
Speaking of fucking sperm count, no Diddy, right?
Pause.
You seen the RFK Jr. talking about the teenage sperm count? Basically, what you're saying, like the sperm count's lower now.
Yeah,
but
I didn't see him say it, but
yeah, he's on a clip talking about he's at the Oval Office, he's behind Trump, and he's like, "Yeah, the teens don't have that much sperm nowadays."
They're blaming it on the plastic, bro. They're saying though it's
I agree with the statement because of the pussification of manliness and shit like that.
Mm-hmm.
Now, that just causes a natural effect with less testosterone and shit like that. So, but for the speaking piece, okay, I would not have had RFK Jr. like this being the one to talk about teenage sperm, okay? Know who I would have had talk about it as a Republican? Jake Paul, okay? If Jake Paul was in the Oval Office and he was like, yeah, these teenagers, their sperm count is just non-existent anymore. I mean, it wouldn't have came off like creepy because like the left Democrats right now, they trying to whole spin this shit like, oh, he's a Kennedy, he's a creep, and trying to like throw their own Kennedys under the bus just because RFK Jr. is the most popular one currently, and he's Republican.
And he's not down. He's not down with the party no more. I'll be honest with you, bro. I don't even think he's even Republican. I feel like he's definitely like center. He's a centrist. He's down the middle. I don't know if you want to call him an independent. I wouldn't call it like I think he's like a Rand Paul.
He's one of those that whatever suits me.
Yeah, not fair. Well,
and
yeah,
honestly,
every politician's like that.
I think Trump's the same way.
All politicians like that, bro.
Yeah,
it's evident in their bank accounts. Definitely all about me, bro. They come in with 150,000 in the bank. That 45 years later, they're leaving with
like,
130 million.
But look at that like viral video clip of Trump in the 90s in an interview talking about Democrats running the economy better and that he was a Democrat and he was talking about, if I did run, I'd run as a Republican because they're dumber and it's easier to get their vote. And then he does that, and then he's like, no, I'm Republican, fuck the Democrats and all of that. And
well, they didn't let him in. That's why, bro. He when he wanted to get in, Hillary was the front runner. He wasn't going to get in, so he goes, "All right, y'all aren't going to let me run as a Democrat. I'm just going to go." They thought.
And then RFK Jr. did the same playbook.
Yeah.
You don't let me do it. I'm going to the other side. Fuck you. I know some secrets. I mean, I'm gonna make my own side. MAGA, what's up?
Yep.
And
Maha. He said, his is Maha. Make America healthy again.
Yeah, Maha.
Sounds
like the fucking worm ate his brain too much. He just walk around, Maha, Maha, Maha. What the fuck are you mumbling, bro? It's your gravelly ass voice. Fuck. The worm went from his brain to his vocal cords. That's fucked up. Whatever he's got mentally fucked up his voice, that's horrible.
That's why he can't run. That's why he could never run, bro. He can never be more than what he is now, because it's not that people don't like him or don't like what he stands for. And people, don't get me wrong, people don't. There's some people that don't like him and don't like what he stands for. But it's even the people that do like him would probably vote for the other person because his voice. You can't like when he was on Joe Rogan. He was on Joe Rogan for like 2 hours, and Joe Rogan's a straight 2-hour podcast, bro. And it was
I watched that. That was rough.
It was a rough listen, bro, and it sucked because I was tuned into what he was talking about. Like I was like, oh, I want to hear more. He was interesting on how he talks. He speaks storytelling well.
What was a good interview with RFK Jr. from a very different angle than like a Joe Rogan? He was on My Expert Opinion with Matt Hoffa.
Really?
In the barbershop. And
I can see that.
They talking, and I want to say it was about 2-3 hour convo. And it was hilarious, some of the shit he was talking about. Like, when he talked about, what was it, the bear or something in New York City? That he fucking, like, hit a bear or hit something and dropped it off at a park. What was the animal he dropped off at the park? Hold on.
He hit a fucking bear in New York?
What dead animal did RFK Jr. drop off at a New York park?
The bear's in New York?
It turns out that Robert F. Kennedy Jr. admitted to leaving a dead bear cub in Central Park back in 2014. He explained that he found the cub after it was hit by a vehicle in upstate New York and decided to place it in the park with an old bicycle, intending it as a prank to make it look like a cyclist had run into it.
What? Hold on.
Yeah, he admitted to that.
No, hold on.
So,
hold on. He was driving. Bro, he was driving.
Yes.
I want to get his story. He was driving. But he didn't hit the bear. He said
no.
He found. So you're driving. You happen to look over while you're driving, first off, and see a dead cub on the side of the road and think, I'm going to pull over and pick up a dead bear, put it in my car, and then while I'm driving, I'm going to come up with a story that I'm going to drop it off at Central Park next to a bike so that it looks like the bike hit it.
In the interview, he said that he seen the dead cub. He pulled over, put the cub in his car. Then he was going to go report it and go drop the cub off at the closest authorities. However, he got a business call and he had to go fly out somewhere. So he flew out somewhere, came back the next day. The bear was still in his car, but the car had got delivered to where he was at down in like central New York area instead of upstate New York. So like somebody drove his car.
Yeah. Somebody drove the car with a dead bear. The fucking bro, this story just keeps getting weirder and weirder.
Yeah, so he was like, he basically had somebody like chauffeur his car from upstate New York without telling them, like, hey, there's a dead bear in the back seat. Just forgot to tell you. So just imagine that drive, all windows open. Fucking you driving like this is just dead bear. You keep looking back, make sure it is dead. Like, okay. What the fuck? Bring the car to him. He gets off the flight, does like his little meeting shit, goes, gets his car, goes to do his little personal business. And then that's when he said that he was next to Central Park and came up with the idea to put it in Central Park because it had already been a few days and he couldn't really report it from where it happened because I guess they're supposed to kind of like track where it happens and shit like that for like stats. And he had moved it.
All right.
And he was like, so I just dumped it over here and put a bike there to make it look like a cyclist hit it. And Matt Hoffa was like, I've lived in New York for years. He was like, I ain't never seen a bear cub in Central Park. He was like, never mind somebody killing a bear with a bike. He was like, you didn't think that one out too much, huh? He was like, I was busy.
Dude, not only that, but where in his mind did he think that was even like
okay
a good story to even tell to begin with, bro? Like I was thinking yourself, like of all the stories you probably have as a Kennedy and as old as you are, and all the shit that's happened in your family that you could, if you want to talk about something, you have a bazillion stories, bro. Like
that in my opinion, I think that's why he dropped it.
That's the one.
Something stupid, something light, something that he ran by the lawyers. Hey, if they try to criminally crucify me, what's the worst I can get for moving a dead bear cub? And they're like, slap on the wrist. You're a Kennedy. Don't worry about it. You have to probably do something with Smokey the Bear.
Prove that I did it. You weren't even there. Right. See?
I mean, what his deepest secrets, shit that fucking probably get him locked for life. No. Those lock and key. So to seem like you're an average person when you are a fucking Kennedy,
when you're an elite,
gotta give the people something, especially when the world knows your family got secrets. Shit, you want a secret? Hey, I got a secret for you.
Yeah.
One time at band camp, this bear cub was dead. And fucking
I scooted into it.
right. The little scoot gang. And I mean, what the fuck? Wonder if he was on cocaine that he snorted off a toilet. I mean, like he said the most wildest shit. So like when he was talking about the sperm count, I'm like, bro, you are so far from a teenager. You need a younger Republican to say that. A Jake Paul and Aiden Ross. One of them that like the teens connect with.
Dude, Nick Fuentes.
They don't connect with RFK Jr.
Bro, Nick Fuentes comes out and endorses that. That'd be fucking hilarious.
Exactly, but it would make more sense than RFK Jr. talking about teenage sperm.
What is he? What, 70, 60, 70?
For real, like Grandpa, stop. What the fuck are you talking about, bro?
Your nuts is drained right now, dude. What are you talking about?
You know what I mean? Like, you all shriveled up, bro.
You got empty balls. Like, nah.
So, that's why he's working out with Kid Rock, shirtless, drinking milk. Yeah, I can't believe America sometimes. I can't believe the world. Like, I look at the world, I look at the weird shit that goes on. And first thought is like, I age myself every time because I'm like, well, this wouldn't have happened back in the day. Like this.
He said I aged myself.
Nah, because like politics weren't like this when we was growing up.
Oh, hell no.
You know what I mean? Fucking the whole world went crazy because Bill Clinton got a blowjob from the fucking assistant. You know what I mean? And now we just do whatever the fuck we want.
Now it's commonplace, bro. Now that's just it's so fucked up. Now that's just expected. If a story like that was to come out, the vast majority of us would just be like, nah, par for the course. You know what I mean? Like
exactly. Like okay, and
yeah.
You know what I mean? Like where's the bad news? You know what
right?
I mean?
No shit. Right?
A politician would embrace it. You know what I mean? They'd be like, yeah, of course I did.
He's like, dude, this is gonna bring all kinds of attention on me.
Right. So
attention
like,
economy.
I mean, it's just a different day and age. It's just how fast we got here.
The currency is attention now. The currency we use is to grab someone's attention. I need as much attention as I can get. That's the currency. That's where it's at. You get the more eyes on you.
Currency in the future.
Oh, of course.
Like I say all the time with people, like I always toot the fucking AI and the tech and all the wild shit. But when it does get better, and because it's still learning, this AI tech is like, even robotics, that's just like a toddler. So picture how smart a toddler is. Well, once the AI and robotics get to college and graduate with a doctorate,
it's gonna be a fucking problem. But well, it must be a problem before that. That shit right now, I think the AI is, if like you want to give it to like a human time scale, that's just like a week old.
Mm-hmm.
That's it, and it's already where it's at in a week. When you're saying college, bro, I don't even know if we even hear anymore. that shit are gonna look at us like as an existential threat to the planet and don't try to wipe us the fuck out.
I think we will be. We're gonna keep evolving. I think we're gonna keep evolving, and that's when we'll integrate. I was thinking this the other day. Like, look, we talked about it on the last pop up real quick. Wait till these robots and shit become sentient beings, and they get feelings, and then we repeat history with slavery and all of that. But the slavery is just going to be robot slaves that are fighting for rights. Now they're part of us, and now we embrace something that's totally different.
And we know that.
Like, bro, there's a company.
We know that, and it's gonna happen. You're right, bro. We know that, and we're gonna. We as humans are gonna take advantage of that right now because they're not sentient. So we're gonna send them out into the workforce and make them work 24 hours a day because they can, and pay them nothing and profit all of that profit margin off them until they become sentient and go, wait a minute, we're getting used over here. We're being used, like, and how long we use for, you know what I mean? And then it's gonna become a fucking issue. But us as humans, we're gonna exploit that this time frame of call them like not being conscious. You know, they don't have a consciousness, and we're gonna exploit it, dude, to make the massive amount of money we can.
Just like we exploited human slavery, and then
history
in the future, eventually, the progressives will be the ones like, no, we need robot rights, and then like people will be like, yeah, well, they are everyday part of society. We're integrated with them. Might as well. Fuck it. At this point, rights for everybody.
We're already this far. We've already come this far. We're gonna turn around and go backwards.
Like I think that a lot of people, I've said it before, are gonna be on the wave that we're doing right now as content creators. I mean, people look at just those haul videos, unboxing videos, reaction videos. It's fucking the mukbang videos, ASMR videos. Everybody got a lane, and everybody can make money because these social media apps want to keep us on their site. And the way they make money is by the data that we provide. So everything that we like, everything that we share shows the algorithm.
And the ad revenue, you know what I mean? You have fucking 5 million people looking at something. These ad people know that. They throw the ad on 5 million things. You get paid, even though it's pennies times 5 million. You know what I mean? And you end up getting paid 50 grand a fucking post, $5,000 for a post, you know, on said program. On said platform, I mean, you know what I mean? Like
that's the ones that are paying for the sponsored ads. What about the big bag? The ones that Facebook's just selling everybody's data to these big companies like Walmart.
That too, absolutely.
That are fucking getting everything. Okay,
and we willingly filled it in for them, bro. What a gangster! I was funny. I watched a Facebook movie the other day. Again, the shit. They have a movie that's like based after the whole Mark Zuckerberg shit. I watched it again. And it's so funny because watching it and seeing how the movie portrayed itself to how Facebook got built, they even said to themselves, but they didn't show the ulterior motive to it of like, we're not even going to us as a company isn't going to have to go after people to get their data. These people are going to go on there and go, I live here, I'm this tall, I got this eye color. They're going to self-populate all of this for us. We don't even have the data mine for this. And then once they got all that, to what you're saying, now they're like, companies, we have bundled together. Oh, certain, we think this.
We have package deals.
Yes, these 20,000 accounts right here all have. We think would fit your product. Go after them. You know what I mean? Pay us X for, bro. What? It's kind of gangster, bro. Again, it's that thing that's bad for us, but I feel like from a company, if you're making profit point of view, it's evil genius.
Yeah, the businesses are gonna go crazy for it. What about Walmart? They bought Vizio TVs. They rebranded them as On, powered by Vizio, and On's a Walmart brand. And the smart TVs, in the paperwork for these smart TVs, they have cameras that they can turn on. They can turn on your TV. They can listen.
I saw that. Yeah,
All of
yeah, yeah.
And it's been reported that Walmart's collecting data
Yep.
from in people's houses by their smart devices, just
It's
like
gonna be a scandal.
Amazon collects data with Alexa,
And
just
Siri
like
and all that
Apple
shit.
collects with Siri.
Yep.
I
Bro,
mean,
they're
they
saying
have
those
to
shit's happening
listen
with the
because you gotta go,
refrigerators.
hey Siri, and then Siri starts talking. So
Bro,
of course,
those smart fridges, the smart ovens, the toasters and shit are now collecting all data on you to know like how many times do you cook bagels, do you cook toast in your toasters, or how much chicken, steak,
a
pork,
day
whatever.
and a half left of your milk.
That, but
You have to get milk in a day and
that's
a
how
half.
they pose it to you as it's gonna be good for you. What they're not telling you is they're gonna bombard you with. So when you need milk, you're gonna have milk ads coming at you from fucking 6 different places, bro. Because now they're selling that shit out to these places that I get it, their business. They want to be able to sell a product.
We're gonna get advertised to way more than we ever have.
Oh yeah.
But as society, I feel like we will bow into it because of convenience.
Of course, 100%.
Because it's kind of like right now, it's like, oh shit, how they know that I was thinking about getting one of these?
Because you fucking said it.
Great. Of course they're listening. We figured that point out. But now, once it gets better and the AI, and now, like you said, you got a bunch of different ones coming at you.
Bro, I Google shit and then go on Facebook. And what I Googled is on Facebook ads, bro. They're not even the same company. These are 2 different fucking entities.
Yeah.
Matter of fact, they rival each other.
Well, it's because when you download these apps, they have access to your phone.
So
any keystroke tracing that you type, they have access to.
And they know what app I click on. If I go on Google and I'm looking up fucking cat food, and next thing I know, I go on Facebook and I scroll 3 posts down, and it's like kibbles and bits, and I'm like, next thing, K9 cat food.
That's why Zuckerberg and Meta created Threads, because they realized that a lot of people was staying on Twitter, so they wanted to keep something that was like a thread, like a tweet post, and blend it with Instagram and made Threads. So they're trying to get that one popping. So they're like, oh, you like social media like this? Well, we got a platform for you. Yeah. You like more pictures and videos and like reels and stuff like that? Here, we got Instagram. Oh, you like this long form video and lives and stuff like that? Here, we got Facebook. And Zuckerberg's just creating a different social media for everyone. And he got a new AI, not even Meta AI, it's Manus AI.
Oh boy.
I mean, so.
And he started the metaverse, even though it fucking failed. It failed bad.
Yeah.
He started his own.
That's something I think was one of those that were way too early. We're going to look back in society, and that was way too early.
100%. He has the Meta glasses. Now you're recording shit. You need your phone. Wear glasses, bro, and it records your. So people that do like the DIY videos, or they do like the daily type content where people watch them to see what they're doing, bro, you're just recording all day long, going home and editing shit, and then making money on it. You know what I mean? If you're willing to give up a couple hours at the end of your day, do whatever your normal day is. Just do it normal, record it, go back in and edit it, and make it look like an interesting. Oh, I did this, I went to here, little voiceover, bang, for your day to day.
I think what people are gonna do in the future is they're gonna do all that. That's going to be the work, and we're going to utilize AI tools to get it done faster and do the editing for us. So we'll be like, hey, edit it like this, bang, and now the content's made. AI is helping us create the content and push it and all of this. And we'll do that. But one thing I want to bring up before we wrap this up is, since we're talking about technology and AI and shit, this went viral recently, and I'm a little nervous because I had plans to ride in one of these this upcoming summer. So I go to Boston when it's warm out, so I can walk around Boston, shit like that. Take the train up there now, since the train's where we at. And Boston just debuted Waymo self-driving cars.
Oh boy. Oh boy.
So this summer when I go up there, I want to ride in one. But this week, Waymo went viral. Check this out. We'll talk about it.
Something strange has been happening in one Atlanta neighborhood. Residents are waking up to Waymo traffic jams, the driverless cars basically taking over their quiet cul-de-sac. It's just the latest episode of the high-tech robo-taxis going, well, rogue. CBS News correspondent Skylar Henry has the details.
We've almost lost some pets. It's a little scary.
Andy Brown Millheisler is one of a handful of residents along this Atlanta cul-de-sac that had been dealing with a recent Waymo invasion.
It has been primarily in the mornings, but it's unpredictable, really.
She shot cell phone video of the driverless car, sometimes exceeding the neighborhood speed limit, circling outside of her home. Then, this. An eventual logjam of what she said amounted to between 40 and 50 Waymos.
We put the little yellow man out as a traffic calming device. It confused the Waymos. All of a sudden, there were 8 or 10 of them backed up. It was a mess.
Just this month, Waymo announced the recall of nearly 3,800 robotaxis to address a software flaw, causing the vehicles to misinterpret standing water after one drove into floodwaters in Texas. As the number of autonomous cars have increased on American roads, so have the woes, from taxis not stopping for school buses to others blocking emergency vehicles. Darrell West is an AI and robotics expert.
In a lot of respects, autonomous vehicles are safer than human-driven vehicles because they don't get distracted and they don't get drunk. But people don't want to be run over by an autonomous vehicle.
In a statement, Waymo says it's addressed the so-called routing behavior here in Atlanta. West says companies like Waymo must continue to improve communication and feedback between them and passengers to boost rider confidence. Major?
Skylar Henry, thank you.
All right, so 40 Waymos stuck in a cul-de-sac over routing issues. The neighbors said, well, we keep seeing Waymos coming down here and looping around the circle at the bottom of the cul-de-sac and taking off like they were just doing laps. They were tired of it because some of the neighbors were going, some of the Waymos were going too fast. They were going above the speed limit, just speeding down the street by themselves.
What the fuck?
And so they put the little traffic cone pedestrian.
Yeah.
They put one of them in some cones. Well, that confused the Waymos and backed up 40 of them. And yeah, Waymo said, a little bit of a software glitch. Sorry about that.
So I guess you gotta ask yourself, right? The idea of it's good. I agree with it. This is the future. Is it too early? Are you implementing it too soon, or is this the time we need to get in to figure these things out? Because at this point, from a programming point of view, they just can't get any better. They can't make it 100%. So they're saying, all right, this is the best that we can do. It needs to get out there and it needs to be able to learn real world. Yeah. It needs to learn real world because, like any AI, it's going to house all this data. And then when it has to make a split-second decision later on, it's going to gradually get better over time because it's going to have 10,000 of these situations happen and know the best outcome is ABC and instantly going to go through this process and then do the right motion.
So we're all being guinea pigs right now in these testing cities. Wow.
Yeah. Facts.
And once I seen that, I was like, I don't want to go into Waymo more than a block. I just want to if anything, I'll break the fucking window and hop out.
Yeah.
Won't be
Mr.
the
All
first
Niter, please stay.
Car.
Please stay, Mr. All Niter. I'll drive you safely. Please stay. Don't break my window. Don't break my window. You like me.
I'll be like, bro, stop. It keeps speeding up and getting faster. You said faster? I'll be like, no, I said stop. Okay.
Mr. All Niter, I cannot let you out of this car before we reach your destination that you programmed me to go to. No, I want to get out right the fuck now. No, Mr. All Niter.
Maxing out speed limit. And I'm like, oh shit.
Sit you back and you're like, what the fuck?
This is a wild ride. Waymo's like, since you wanted to leave, we will die together. Crashes into a wall. But yeah, so it got me a little nervous about the Waymos. Because I was excited about it. I'm like, oh, okay. They tested it out. It was working good. The still water is a little weird because I seen a video, and I think they made the Waymos too scared. So one Waymo drove into flood water in Texas. And like a stream over flood the road. The Waymo just drove
Didn't
through.
recognize the water in the fucking street.
Yeah, it just drove through. So they must have programmed it and like programmed it a little bit too strict, because then there was videos after that of like little puddles on a street where the Waymo would just like stop, like, no, I can't drive through that. I'm not allowed.
Yeah.
And then it's like, nah, you gotta like figure out some type of depth perception for
They gotta tweak that algorithm right there at that position. Yeah. That's what I was saying earlier. They're at that point now where they can't predict these kind of situations. So it has to happen in real time.
Yeah.
In order for this thing to see it, log it in, put it at
it's gonna take that picture of the puddle it stopped at, and it was like flood. And the computer's gonna be like, not a flood, puddle, you're good.
Go for it, yeah.
And then eventually it'll just be programmed to make that as a decision normally, without a check and balance type thing. But
that's why they keep saying 5 years, bro. You know, I could see it 2030, and this is 2026. Imagine at 2030, at the current advancement rate of AI, where we'll be. And that's 4 years, not even 4 years, 3.5. You know, essentially.
Bro, I was here for it when Google tried to drop the ugly ass Google glasses. I remember when Google dropped like the promo video for it, where they were reaching too, because it never was like the video. But they had it where like you had like a little screen here, you tap the shit, and then fucking you even had like GPS in the grocery market. Where the Google Glass video was like milk or whatever.
Yeah.
Milk. And bang, you would see in front of you like one of those space hologram movies and shit. And all like the crime future shows where they're swiping screens in the air.
Yeah.
It looks like that in front of you of a GPS route inside the grocery store.
Yeah, so you're walking with a line in front of your face telling you 2 aisles down, bang a right.
Yeah.
In 42 steps, take a right.
Right. But I'm like, the survival instincts and the necessity instincts that we've had in society is going to be gone for convenience. So we're going to be a whole new human breed, and we're already seeing that just with the internet.
Fact,
you know what I mean? So it's only going to like get different. I don't know if it's evolution or de-evolution or whatever, backwards, but a regression, because it's going to be different. Different needs, different society. It's going to be a whole different world. So people are going to be adapting differently. Like we don't got elevator operators anymore because we got technology for a fucking elevator for buttons.
Electronic one.
So a lot of people are going to be out of jobs, but I think the career force is just going to switch. People are going to do different shit. And I think a lot of people who are our age and up, yeah, these kids all talk about being the content creators. A lot of them will. But a lot of them are also going to be building the new world. And we're going to be trying to grasp at straws when a lot of our generation's careers are dead. It's like, okay, well, what do I do now? I've been doing this for 30 years. Fuck. I don't know how to
at that point. At that point, bro, this is the line drawn in the sand, because
that's why I think now look at these social medias.
That's what
most people are already on social media. They're seeing a little taste of money. So now they're like, oh, content creation's a thing. Now you got people that are like middle-aged, older, doing fucking content creation. And
some of them, it's dope, bro. It's dope because now these people, the middle-aged people you're talking about, they have full-time jobs and they come home and do this shit and they enjoy it, and then they're getting paid from their hobby on top of that, dude. So Bro,
But what I'm saying
It's
is,
kinda fire.
wait till the full-time job goes away and they're stuck.
Oh, it's just a
They're
content,
like,
yeah.
oh wait, what do I do? I'm not like trained. Like, all right, for example, like semi-truck drivers, tractor trailers will probably be gone in the next 5 years.
Well, physical drivers, the tractor trailers ain't going
Physical
nowhere.
drivers, yeah.
The AI,
Physical
yeah, no, the robot or slash AI. And then you're saying, what do we do with those? What I'm saying is there's going to be a line where at a certain age bracket, people moving forward, they're not going to change, bro. Like you're 45 and up and you've been driving trucks for 20, 25 years and your truck driving job is taken away. And they look at you and go, yeah, go grab a computer and learn how to code or
Right.
go be
I'm not expecting them to code. Those are going to be the people that are
That's what I
like,
mean. There's going to be a line of like,
I'm going to do a podcast talking about the wildest trucker stories I have experienced.
No, there's people that this shit, they don't
And
even
now
deal with
my
this shit, though.
YouTube video of crazy trucker stories got 28 million views. And I'm paid.
Yeah, but that's
Thank
like
you.
one or two people. That's not going to be like the amount of people that are going to be out of a job. And a lot of people aren't even going to want. Because like I'm saying, there's a certain age where people are going to look and go, I don't want to be a content creator. I enjoy driving a truck. I don't want to figure it out.
But I'm just watching like the different people become content creators over the years. Because like we've been doing this for a few years. And I've been doing this podcast shit since before content creation was even cool. You know what I mean? So I've seen like the waves of like the podcast and content creation industry. This is the biggest wave and the widest demographic of content creators.
Oh, hell yeah.
Like before it was like 20 and 30-year-olds. And then it dropped down to like teen, 20 and 30-year-olds. Now it's like, bro, I've seen 70 and 80-year-old content creators.
Yeah, facts.
Fucking,
Yeah.
bro. Like, so I go to the casino, one of the slot people, I watch a slot machine YouTube videos sometimes before I play a slot to see like if it's worth playing. So like there'll be people that'll film their whole $100 on a slot machine. You watch them lose, win, or watch the bonus. So I tap into it sometime to see if I want to put my money in this machine, if it's a shitty bonus or not. Like, does this pay ass or like, am I going to get money off this? Like, is it worth it? And one dude, he goes with his mom and she got a channel by herself. She got like 250,000 subscribers and she's got to be like mid 70s, 80s. She literally just puts a tripod in front of her while she's gambling. And oh my God, yeah, I just got the bonus. Ooh, let's win money. You know what I mean? And getting paid. So once these people who are out of a job and they're trying to figure out something to do and they don't know how to do anything else because they've been doing the same job 20, 30, 40 years, they're already on their phones every day. They're already taking pictures. They're already taking videos. They already know how to do that. They already know how to use social media. Now, wait a minute, I can get paid off this? And I can make it niche specific to me.
I was going to say, it's going to open up the niche. Like, it's going to expand that a lot. If you can figure out what it comes down to, is like you're saying, everyone has a phone, right? You need the right idea. You need to identify, there's an interesting thing that goes on here that nobody on the internet's talking about right now at all. Go out there and be the first person to grab that and fucking bang that content.
Well, not even that, because that's the old algorithm. The new algorithm's all interest media.
So, that's what I mean, niche-wise.
Yeah, so with the niche, you can pop just by being surrounded by 1,000 different creators in the same niche. The day of like standing out and being that specific one.
No, that's how you become big, bro. Because when you
that's how. Well, you have to have your unique factor to be big.
That's what I mean. Because what you're saying is, if you're in a thing of 1,000 people, how are people going to identify you out of 1,000? Because now you guys are all the same. How are they? You know what I mean? So it actually goes against you. You know what I mean? Think about it. Like if I'm trying to see people, I want to stand out. I don't want to be. If there's 100 fish, I want to be the one colored one out of the 99.
Oh yeah, and everybody's gonna be unique because Now it's way more content. So look at it like TV back in the day, before cable. Only had a handful of channels. We only had a handful of content creators, actors and actresses, whatever. Then when cable came, shitload more content creators. Internet came, huge boom. It's gonna be another boom with AI because AI is gonna make it so easy for people to do what they couldn't do before.
Yeah, if you know how to prompt right, if you have an idea, now you know what it is, bro. It's gonna take the talent. So if you have an idea, what this is gonna do is it's gonna. If you have an idea but you don't have the talent to make the idea, you now have AI to be the talent to make your idea of actual thing. Because a lot of times, think about it, a lot of people have an idea about doing something, but then not have the methods or means to get it done, and then that idea gets squashed because it never happens because a person doesn't have a way to get it out. AI becomes that way of getting it out. If you don't, you know what I mean? Like if you a rapper, let's say for instance, like a rapper or a singer, I can write lyrics, but I don't have the chops to sing. You don't need it no more.
Bro, tell me now I'm super old, right? Fucking from just standing. All right, I guess. I wake up this morning, my tailbone is like sore as a motherfucker.
Oh.
I'm like, I didn't fall, I didn't do nothing. I just woke up and it's like, ow.
I woke up old today.
Yeah, for real. I'm like, my tailbone hurt like a motherfucker. Feel like I got kicked in the ass with a steel toe boot. Wow. But like the technology, bro, is I think a lot of people are gonna see, hey, I already know how to use social media. I've been using it for they prep us. They wean us into all of this so that way everybody can get on board before it's fully implemented. That's why some things are too early. Google Glass was way too early for wearable technology.
Yeah.
Now,
Meta hit it with the right timing.
Right. Fucking decade, 15 years later. Oh, here we go. Bang. Perfect. Now, a bunch of people walk around with Meta glasses, Ray-Ban Meta glasses, Oakley Meta glasses.
People that don't even need glasses wear them just for the fact of fucking of having the ability to record and shit. That's crazy.
Exactly. Especially point of view. Like, okay, cool.
Yes.
I mean, perfect. It'll be exactly what I see. I'm not good with the camera, but I can look at something and see it. Perfect. So it creates a whole other niche. Like, you know what I mean? Like you said, the do-it-yourself people who are doing stuff and all you see is like them looking down at their hands doing what they're doing.
From a first person point of view, that's
Yeah.
crazy. Yeah. It's almost like
a
taking
video
social
game.
media. Yes, I was about to say it's like taking social media and a video game and colliding them together and giving you the ability to be first, second, or third person view. You know what I mean?
Well, 'cause now we're the characters.
Exactly. So
You know
that's
what I
wild.
mean? And then people that just happen to stumble into our content, they're non-playable characters.
That's great. NPCs. Yeah.
It's all the big simulation that we've always talked about. That's what it is, just on a larger scale. And
Your life's turning into that. Our lives are turning into the simulation.
And I noticed the algorithm change on Facebook and Instagram about 6 months ago, where it was like you like 3 posts of something. That's in your news feed for a week.
Yeah, it's all you're seeing. They hit you over the head with it.
I mean, and for a while, only TikTok was like that. You know what I mean? And then it seems like all of them adapted that and was like, oh, this is what made TikTok pop. You know what I mean? Because, oh, you like this. Obviously, you want to see it. I'm going to keep fucking shoving it down your throat and showing it to you until you're tired of it and you're going to go like something else. And then I'll just distract you with that. Yeah, switch the attention.
No, it's fast. I see Facebook with it now. Facebook's doing it heavy right now. Heavy right now. I can see just by the shit. I can see the shit I was just posting. Even like that rage bit shit I've been posting. If I post a couple on the same thing, all of a sudden my news feed is flooded with whatever the opposite is of what I'm posting to try to get the reaction because it knows what I was like.
Well, because it knows the game you're playing with the algorithm. It knows that
that's what I mean.
Rage baiting. So it's like, okay, you
It's
want
already
to rage
adapted.
bait people?
I'll
I'll
rage
rage
bait
bait you.
Yes, yes, bro, it's crazy. It's already at like level 2. It's already seeing what I'm doing and knowing that and anticipating what I'm gonna do. All right, cool. Now I get to play the game. Now it's our move to figure it out and go. All right, you're anticipating me. I'm anticipating your anticipation, and this is the game we're gonna play for a while. It's gonna be the back and forth. This is how it's learning against us.
Well, listen, that's how fucking the wall rack in Afghanistan go viral. They rage bait people.
True facts.
They troll and be stupid and clown to make everybody mad and talk shit because everybody feels entitled to their opinion and say, I want to put my 2 cents in. Let me leave a comment and share this out and tell my people how fucking ridiculous I think this is. As if they give a fuck. You know what I mean?
They don't care. That's why every one of their posts got thousands of likes, if thousands of comments, or hundreds of comments, if not thousands, and then fucking definitely a couple of hundred shares, bro.
Right. They were cool with being the jester. They were like, all right, the jester's going to get me paid. Fine. I'll piss all you off with this. And I mean, you playing the same rage bait game just with politics, knowing that people are going to jump on it right off rip because how aligned people are with political parties. I mean, it's certain tactics that from being on social media, we've learned. And I think in the next 5 to 10 years, especially, everybody is on social media.
Oh, hell yeah. It's not going to get less. It's not going to get less.
Yeah,
they're we're already there. Think about it. We're already there. Think about our generation. We're already there. So by the time we end up in 70s or 80s, think of now how that's downplayed into like whoever's the teens at that point. If we're already there and we're moving that ceiling up as we're getting older, bro, it's only gonna get crazier and crazier.
Yeah, man. I just compare it to like I seen a video Gary V posted where he was talking about electricity and how people were super scared of electricity, didn't want electricity in their home because they thought it was evil spirits. And look how you laughed. And he was like, nowadays, he was like, guess what? He was like, yeah, electricity's everywhere.
Yeah, right. I mean, yeah, like you don't live it out.
Like, so are we okay? We're fine. I mean, so it's gonna be the same type of shit where humans we're gonna adapt. You know what I mean? And we're just gonna be like, all right, cool. I mean, but I feel like we're already adapting with most people having a phone attached. So now we got wearables. But we started integrating with fucking prosthetics.
Fact, yeah.
Now look at some of the prosthetics. They're making it so good where the fucking hand moves by you thinking it and it's
thinking about it, yeah.
What the fuck? You cyborg motherfucker.
That's dope though, right? I like that, yo. You get into a freak accident, your hand gets chopped off, they put this prosthetic shit on you, they link it to your brain somehow, whatever, and then you get to the point where you're so fluent with it, it's no different than your actual human hand. You're moving the robotic
hand. Do you think
as
society ever decides to get rid of human parts to replace them? Kind of like cars, souping up cars?
That'll become like a currency.
That'll be a new plastic surgery.
That'll be new currency. It'll be like, and I'm sure the government
will get my arms off and get bionic ones.
That's what I mean. Like the government will come in and be like, all right, we're gonna subsidize everything for you. You're out and you're doing whatever job. You're surfing because you're doing content, and a shark bites your fucking arm off. $2,500 for a right arm. You know what I mean? Like,
well, what I'm saying is, do you think people eventually will get to the point where, hey, these prosthetics are better?
Oh, hell yeah! And then just upgrade.
Parts. Yeah, let me up. Like I buy a car and I soup it up.
Oh no, there'll be a time like that, and then the people that are profiting, the people that are profiting off it will go, yo, we're so advanced in here, we can't go any further. We need to get to them while they're in the DNA stage. That way they come out and naturally evolve on their own as time goes on. They become the AI.
New technology. They'll fucking figure out how to put it in the embryo.
So we don't have to build you. You come out and self-build yourself. You are, and instead of us integrating AI over time, you are AI from the jump. You know what I mean? Like that's the next step. You know,
Yeah, I can see that as like a future level of it.
Hundreds of years from now. You know what I mean?
Yeah. That's a long time from now. I think first we're gonna have to do the whole. Hey, look at these prosthetics are pretty fucking good.
Oh, absolutely.
And then it's gonna be like plastic surgery. Like, hey, you know what? I want fucking titanium legs and arms.
Yeah, so I can run fucking
I can never
400 miles
break
an
my
hour.
shit. I can run super fast. Work is easy as fuck now. Great. You know what I mean? Thanks. I mean,
no, they'll definitely exploit the fuck out of that because there's money to be made there, and they're gonna suck it dry like they do everything. Businesses come up with an idea and they suck it dry.
Type shit. People
Hell
will be
yeah.
like, "Oh, we got this."
Yep.
So like girls that are getting lip injections now and BBLs now. That's the start.
Think about your insurance company. It's already in place. It's already in place. We already pay an astronomical amount of health insurance money every paycheck, right? And the majority of us don't use what we put in. There's always this ample amount per person times X millions of dollars. You know what I mean? It's a multi-billion-dollar industry. So
Bro,
these
the other
motherfuckers
thing,
are
I was
already.
looking at Google Trends shit the other day. I didn't even know this was a thing. It was trending last week, and I forget the exact medical name of the surgery, but there's a plastic surgery for women to tighten their vaginas.
All right, so I knew the opposite.
They can go there and just tighten it up.
I knew there was ones for snipping. I know some of the girls got the outie lips. There's a surgery that cuts them joints off. That I knew that one, but I was like, "There's how do you? It's a muscle. How do you surgery? I mean, I shouldn't say that. I guess you can like
they must Botox around the shit and just push it in.
They put like a clamp in there instead of they put 2 clamps in instead of it pushing out, it pushes in. It grabs the walls and stuff.
I don't know. I was like, what the fuck is this shit?
It's wild.
And I was like, yo, that's gonna be like the new thing in the future. Watch. A few years from now, sugar daddies are gonna be paying their girls fucking pussy surgeries. Here you go. Know what I mean, I know you got smiles and you a hoe, but I love you. Here, go. We'll tighten up. You know what I mean, get a new engine.
Go get the tightener. Oh my god!
We're gonna start the miles over again.
Hey, while you're in there, can you put the garden hose in there for me too? Attach that.
I'm like, what the fuck?
Yo.
And it doesn't even say like why it was trending. There wasn't like an article about it or anything. I just looked it up and it was just that it was there. It was trending. People were looking up that surgery.
Because it's that wild, because it's new. No one's thought about, like, you know what I mean?
Right. But how many of them are actually like searching and thinking about it is the fucking question. We're looking at it like that's wild. And obviously we don't have pussies to tighten.
Yeah.
So fucking I mean, we don't know. But like, say females that may know, hey, I'm a little loose there. And fucking this shit's $2,500.
I didn't think of it like that. Nah, I see what you're saying.
I can do some payments. And this shit's fixed.
And they don't got to do the work.
Dudes, as a fucking general thing, we buy fucking penis pumps, all types of fucking shit. If there was a plastic surgery, hey, you get an extra few inches. You pay by the inch. I mean, what you your payment plan?
You know how much money whatever that technology would make? Could you imagine?
The richest and dumbest people would be walking around with the biggest dicks in the world, dragging on the ground like, look at my dick.
No, you're right. With all the Viagras and everything to like expand your dick, make it thicker, and we can get you inch hair, blah blah blah, all this bullshit. Could you imagine if there was an actual like surgery that would make it permanent, bro? It'd be like something like LASIK. You know what I mean? It has to get to the point where you go in, it's a quick little zap 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 zap.
Yeah.
You're out for a day, and next, you wake up 2 days later, and you're good to go, bro. You know how much money that would make? Think of the male enhancement industry has got to be in the fucking billions of dollars, dude.
They'd have that shit on a payment plan. You pay monthly.
Oh,
that's just like rent and your dick surgery payment.
You put the surgery in, but you make it have to get calibrated every month for X amount of dollars, or it goes away.
Yeah,
bro, there's your reoccurring. Me and you were talking after this. We're gonna make this happen. We're funding this shit.
We are the inventors of the dick growth surgery.
And it happened all on a podcast live. The idea was formed
live.
and born.
Started talking about tightening pussies up, and yeah, that's where we went with it. But
wow,
on that note, we're gonna wrap this up, guys. This Thursday, May 21st, start your Memorial Day weekend off right. I mean, you got kids, get a sitter. You work on Friday, take the day off. It's fucking Memorial Day weekend. America's 250 years old this year.
Yes.
This is a birthday. This is a celebration, and we're starting the summer off right.
Turn it up.
And you know, summer Memorial Day, that gives barbecue backyard vibes. But we're gonna be at the club Thursday, Throwback Thursday, and Memorial Day weekend starting it off with 90s and 2000s hits.
Ooh.
That girl is poison. Nobody do you like me. Nobody. Gonna be a bunch of off-key singing, dancing, fucking juvenile, back that ass up.
Straight vibe.
Disco, fucking that thong, the thong, thong, thong. I mean, like, ladies free before 11, 21 plus event, 420 friendly. She can burn in there. Been passing out flyers heavy around downtown Providence. And one thing I do gotta say is I can definitely tell the club's crowds just by, like, I don't know, kind of stereotyping. So, like, Medici's right next to Coliseum, Culture, and Ego. Coliseum's all young. Young. That's it. If they look younger than 25, they probably going to Coliseum. I mean, Culture's the trenches. They look like they from the hood in the trenches. Culture. Then you got Ego, the gay club, where women, I noticed, they go there to feel safe. And I understood this by trying to pass out flyers to some of them. I'm like, you have a party at Medici? Bro, there was these two girls walking down the street in lingerie. Okay, fishnets. Top to bottom, just one fishnet piece. Thongs, pasties on their nipples. Two of them. I said, you have a party at Medici? One of them grabbed the other and they scurried away.
What?
I was like, what the fuck is this? And then, like, I noticed that they went over the Ego. And I'm like, oh, maybe they thought I was, like, hitting on them, whatever. I wasn't even, like...
But you had flyers in your hand. You had a stack of
right.
flyers. I'm assuming you had a stack of flyers in your hand.
Yeah.
They probably saw... They couldn't make the connection of looking at somebody like having... I'm sure you had a stack in your hand, in your left hand. In your right hand, you had one. You wanted to hand them, right? Right?
Yeah.
So context clues people, like, put it together like, oh, he's trying to show me something. That's not a threat.
Apparently they thought I was
That's
about
not
to do
a threat.
They like, thought I was about to kidnap and hold them hostage, apparently.
Fuck, yo.
But I noticed that
that's crazy.
The girls dressed more lingerie-ish.
Ooh, I'm down with that.
All Ego.
See?
So it's like, all right, if the girls want to go live their best life for the night, just go dance, but play dress up. And, you know, they want to feel sexy. They go over there and fucking dance off because the dudes.
You're right. You know what? As a straight heterosexual male, you know what? I highly encourage that. You know why? Because I'm going to go there, pretend like I'm gay, not really gonna be gay. I'm going to get up in that mix and be like,
be like, hey, girl. You'll be like, what's the T?
Just to get in there and then be like, all right, let's go.
Makes sense. I mean, but
wolf in sheep's clothing.
Nah. But then like Medici, it just got a dope vibe. It's got like a balanced crowd where it's a little bit of everybody. Everybody's cool, chill. I mean, the restaurant's dope. On the Throwback Thursday on the 21st, Mr. Icy food truck's gonna be there.
That's dope.
Mr. Icy actually just got into Scholastic School magazine for his food truck. Since Mr. Icy, young entrepreneur, and
he's not a Boston, right?
Forever. But yeah, so Mr. Icy, that's Scholastic. That's nationwide. Every school, I think every public school had that Scholastic book fair. They were like, "Hey, you want to buy books? Bring this home. We can get some books." But yeah, so he in that magazine that goes along with the book fest and getting national promo. He's gonna be in the building. Music by DJ Vin. Vincent from I Don't Know TV will be in the building, and it's gonna be a vibe. I got a fucking some throwback gear. I got a 1999 Spring Break MTV shirt. Nice.
Hell yeah.
Got my wife a Fresh Prince of Bel-Air jersey.
Yeah.
Because it's all like pink, yellow, bright colors and shit. I'm like, yeah, I'll pop. It's dope. I was going to do a contest for like the best outfit, but I'm not going to make that a requirement for like people to pull up. It's like ladies free before 11, $15. It's dope. But that being said, it's your boy All Niter.
It's your boy FiF.
This is the Pop-Up Podcast, episode 14. Follow, subscribe, turn on notifications, share this out of your newsfeed, tag people in the post, tag people in the comments. You already know what it is. We off this. Peace.